Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terrence Crawford next.
You're going to make that happen?
Huh?
You're going to make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps and I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
All right. Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Now, strap season, y'all know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt.
All right.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the board. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he codes with focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibe. I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a piece, man. I ain't got no time for a piece, man. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up.
If I let my dogs off the leash, they you might want to get out of Dodge by the evening. Honestly, think it's not the blood and the beef. If they don't leave anything behind after eating.
I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a... When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they wanna call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibe. I'm the kingpin.
Hello, what's happening, everybody? What is the camera? What is going on with camera? What is happening? Let me see what's going on, people. I gotta get together here. Where's my camera? Let me see. Let me get my stuff together here, man. It's like Devin done got everybody knocked out up in this motherfucker, man. It's like, god damn, man. Equipment knocked out. Like everything knocked out, man. Just cause of this shit. Trying to knock every damn thing off. I don't know. It's like we all goddamn fucked up here. Let's see. I'm trying to get my layout together, man. It's like, there we go. Let me see. Excuse me, y'all. Just still bear with me just for a little bit. What's going on, Courtney Thomas? What's going on, Mega Red? What's going on, Grease with Fire in the building? Yes, sir. It's going to be celebration this goddamn week for Devin getting his ass to at Frank. So I'm trying to get this my equipment. I tell you, every day is goddamn something new. Every day is something new. Okay. There we go. There we go. Every day is something new, bro. Oh, what's going on? Let me see. I don't know. This shit ain't working. see, how did this get fucked up like this? Let me see. I don't know. I've been experimenting with the same camera. I don't even know what's going on with this shit. So, okay. All right. Let me see. I don't know. Anyway, let's get started, man. I mean, can y'all hear me? Let me see. Let me see. Okay, I got my thing hooked up. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of, man, what happened, bro? What had happened was, what's going on, too, saying in the building? Greeks with fire, what's happening, man? Man, I mean, I'm still tripping, man. Still tripping. Omega Red says, can I talk this time? You talked the last time, bro. You came in. I don't know if you were drinking or something, but you had the floor, my brother. He said, I told you, Ryan, that I started to show you. Garcia will be there. Oh yeah. He says, yes. I mean, people are very passionate about the subject. You know what I'm saying? It's like even when I give them for 5 minutes on the floor, they feel like they haven't said nothing. I mean, I'm not emotional either way. I mean, I hate that Devin lost, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all got to come out with y'all feelings on this shit, man. It's like people want to be endlessly rub their faces in it and stuff. And what I'm saying is, it's cool, you know what I'm saying, to talk your shit, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, the dude just got beat, you know what I'm saying? So, other people, are piling on too. So all I'm saying is, you can have your say, but damn, you know what I'm saying? You don't do a whole book on Devin, eating a humble pie. That's all. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing more than that. I don't care that people, rub his face in it, but it's like, damn, you're one of 5 million. You know what I'm saying? People are trying to rub his face in it. Take your turn, get in line, bro. The line is on the left. You know what I'm saying? For everybody want to see Dev eat Hubble pie, but you got to remember, this is a 25-year-old kid, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got grown ass men and shit. Can't wait to rub this man's face in his human, and he had to walk into the ring and take that ass whipping out of us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that you have to be sympathetic. I'm saying that's just the way I'm looking at it as a 54-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching an athlete that's a multi-millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he ate humble pie, but goddamn, bro, he went out there and he faced it. You know what I'm saying? And he took this shit, and Devin understands that this comes along with it. Bill understand that this comes along with it. But you know what I'm saying? Don't make this the focal point of your life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's gonna have times when they down, and I mean, you're gonna have to eat humble pie sometimes. And man, they eating it, they getting the big slice right now. But everybody, I mean, motherfuckers are moonwalking on this shit. It says, I told you, and Ryan. I mean, if somebody told me that they really saw, let me tell you something. If somebody told me they really saw Ryan doing this shit, that's bullshit. Because it was nothing that Ryan did indicated. There was nothing he did indicated that he had this in him. You know what I'm saying? To me, he scrambled around and looked out and got somebody who straightened him out with Derek James. Now, did Ryan always have the gifts? We always knew this. We always seen the support that people gave Ryan, but Ryan always bullshits his way. He don't act like a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? He don't act like no damn fighter. So stop playing, acting like Ryan Garcia always was was always showing us that he could div ass. You know what I'm saying? Because he did everything to make us think that he didn't want to fight. Right? How many times did he duck Dev at 135? You know what I'm saying? Because he was Dev interim champion, right? And he passed up that opportunity many times, right? So y'all just ignore all the past why people look at Ryan the way they look at him. You just think they looked at Dev like he was naturally over him. No, man, it was like shit. All this shit built up from 135 during that time. And people just want to focus on the part they want to focus on, but this has been a long history. between these guys, and they finally fall and Devil lost, right? So now he got to eat the crow. But just think about it. You want 10 million people trying to make these people eat crow. You can't stuff it all in his mouth at one time. You see what I'm saying? You can't stuff it all in his mouth at one time, right? And the man is just 25 years old, man. You know what I'm saying? He's giving us a event that we all were spectators of, right? He's giving us an event, right? And he stepped to it. He stepped in the gladiator circle and he got his ass beat. So what? You know what I'm saying? This is boxing. We are the hard. We're supposed to lead the way as hardcore boxing fans. We've been here before. You know what I'm saying? That's why it don't phase me. Well, I feel bad for him. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad that he went out the way he went out. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens, when you build yourself up. You know what I'm saying? When you build yourself up, that's the other side of it. You know what I'm saying? You never know how a boxing match is gonna go. And I know my 300 up in here, they know what I'm talking about, because we've seen it. We've seen it time and time again. Agrees that said yes, he said yes, he pulled. He said, I told you, I said Ryan will stop Haney said, and the ref was horrible, letting Haney off the hook. He says you need power to keep Ryan honest. And you know what? You was 100% correct, Grease with Fire. You know what I'm saying? That goes to let you know. You know what I'm saying? That hey, you ain't gonna you're not gonna be 100% in this thing. Boxing is very, very I mean, unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? Courtney Thomas says, where is King Ryan? Dick riding ass. Dick, where's King? Oh, where's King Judah? Dick riding ass. And I mean, it's like people they hate his fans too. Goddamn it! It's like he said, keep my young name out your mouth and don't no one mention Tank. I think that's where a lot of this hate come from. Um, a lot of this animosity. I think a lot of people think they are Tank Davis. You know, I think they really take offense. You know what I'm saying? From the Devin camp to the Tank camp, they really want to be a shit for Tank. And really these guys are just competitors, man. They just athlete competitors. You know, Devin. You know what I'm saying? He faced his demise first. You know what I'm saying? Tank faced his demise later. What you gonna say? What's gonna happen if Frank Martin go out there and destroy Tank? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna be walking around with your chest out? You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, I'm gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying? Just because I've always looked at these guys as the same, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Am I a Tank fan? Hell yeah, I'm a Tank fan. I think he's fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a superstar. Shit. But if you go out here and lose to Frank, I mean, it ain't gonna be a big deal. It's just a loss. And I'm trying to tell y'all, boxing is getting back to being boxing. That's all. And y'all still stuck in the toxic shit where you're stuck in these camps. You know what I'm saying? Some of us always look at boxing the way I look at it. I mean, I've never seen it no differently. You know what I'm saying? It's just the heat and the animosity in the camps that got too hot, and people want to get his revenge. They want him to be petty and shit on Dev while he's down, which he has been doing. Tank had some words to say, and you know what I'm saying? It wasn't too bad, but he's saying these niggas got he still want to fight Dev, and it's a bad look, man. We can't. The reason for me we can't go too far because we got these are our athletes. You know what I'm saying? These are our black athletes. You know what I'm saying? For some people, they're just gonna do what they're gonna do. If you don't like Devin, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying y'all can hate, you can do what you want to do, but we can't take it too far. You know what I'm saying? It's like I know you love Tank, but you're not his daddy, man. You know what I'm saying? I know you love Shakur, but you're not his daddy, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're just a fan. You know what I'm saying? I understand fan stands for fanatic. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta keep it in perspective, bro. So y'all a little bit too passionate for this shit about this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like these people are not you. You know what I'm saying? I think you need to separate yourselves because y'all celebrating a little bit too much for the demise of a 25-year-old. He said the boy was scared to punch, crying right. Ryan was powerful, man. Ryan did his thing. What's going on, 2 cents? I see you out there. You know what I'm saying? I see you, Queen. And I'm like, I did an 8-hour stream yesterday, y'all. Yeah, that stream was brutal, bro. It was brutal. We had to sit through all those damn prelims, and I'm just thinking to myself, man, Devin's gonna go out there and put on a clinic. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna go out there and put on a clinic. And we was just talking about this thing, and somebody was saying, that Ryan had got that Devin's head, right? And I said, no way. I said, no way. Devin is just too focused. I mean, he seemed like he was super focused, right? So I'm thinking he's gonna go out there and do what he do. I'm talking about. It didn't really hit me until the 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? Hit me in the chat, and she said, "Oh shit." I was like, and when I seen that, I was like, "Oh my god, bro!" That's when it just all came unraveling, bro. I'm talking about the left hook, the first left hook Ryan hit Devin with. It was devastating, bro. You could see the power, you could see the snap on that left hook. It was too much. It was like watching somebody from 2 weight classes up. It's kind of like watching Canelo hit a motherfucker from welterweight, right? And he just had so much more power. It was just like watching Tank hit Ryan. You know what I'm saying? At 135, or him hitting Garcia the way he jacked his jaw. And I was just like, oh my god, bro. So my mic is in and out again. Jesus Christ. Let me see. So my mic is in and out. Let me see. Man. So I was having these technical difficulties. Let's see. Let's see. See if I use my hotspot, man. Maybe it's just where I'm at, man. Let me see. So change my Wi-Fi. So let's see. Wait for my shit to pop up. Yes, sir. You agree. You did say that Brown was gonna stop him. You've been on that for sure. 100%. I don't know if you guys can still hear me, but I'm trying to change the Wi-Fi. Change the Wi-Fi. I said my family said we can't hear you too good. Okay, let me see. Let me got this headphone set. All right, can y'all hear me better? Yeah, I just turn my headset off. Can you hear me better? Okay, I'm just using the computer now. Can you guys hear me better? Or maybe it's just the internet. Let me know. Somebody put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me clearly. Somebody put a 1 in the chat to let me know if you can hear me clearly. Okay, so it must be my headset. Okay, that's better. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, man, Greek with Fire. I mean, man, Doc Kent, man, we going down a dark path here, man. It's like, cause man, we stayed up to about 3 o'clock last night, man, cooking over this mess, man. Jeff, I'm still shocked. Do you see? Didn't I tell you that the media was gonna go crazy and have a field day with this? Did I not tell you, man? It's like, he said, my coworker was like, heavy, Haney is gonna win. I said, dude, Haney's going to bed. He just like looked at me like I'm crazy. And saying sometimes you can overanalyze shit, and that's not just, sometimes you can overanalyze shit because Haney built himself, saying on a lot of skill, but it was Cambosos that really didn't measure up to what Tank, to what Ryan, brought to the table, right? Because those are special. See, you got regular fighters, and I'm trying to like articulate and think about it at the same time as I say it, because you have regular fighters, right? That's straight up and down that you can beat, and sometimes it's just as simple as size, right? Because Devin was bigger than Lomachenko. He was bigger than Kambosos. He could beat those fighters, right? Because of his advantage, right? But when he came across a guy that had the size advantage over him, it was different. You know what I'm saying? It hit different. And he didn't have the boxing IQ to get himself out that situation. Um, it's almost as if he just forgot everything that he's supposed to do, right? Um, I'm shocked, man. I'm sitting here and I can't understand why he did some of the things he did, going straight back, trying to fight Ryan in the middle of the ring when you know that you can't take a punch like that. So I don't know if it's the yes men in Devin's Haney's corner or what it is, but they seem to not know what his shortcomings are. They don't seem to know that, and I don't understand why they're not giving him an honest assessment of what's happening. And I talked about Ricardo Mayorga, T-Mac, 149. I talked about that last night. I said, this reminds me, of that, because you remember how Vernon Forrest, said he could not beat Ricardo Mayorga. He was a clown, just like Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Just a evil little clown, but he was strong, he was fast, and he could tear Vernon Forrest's ass. But Vernon Forrest could always destroy Sugar Shane Mosley. He would beat the shit out of Sugar Shane Mosley, right? And then Sugar Shane Mosley would beat Oscar De La Hoya, and nobody could understand. And that's how we came to the understanding. We knew it before, that style make fights, and this is one of those situations where a brawler beat a boxer. You know what I'm saying? You fight a boxer and you know what I'm saying? You fight a boxer and you box a brawler, right? That's what you do, and that's what you're supposed to know going into these fights. You know what I'm saying? Devin don't have a unique defense. So when you move up and you acclimate yourself, to a new weight division, you don't do nothing different, especially if you're dealing with somebody with greater hand speed than you and greater power. And that's what we saw. That's what we saw in Ryan Garcia. We saw a guy, with special talent. He always had special gifts. And he found a coach in Derek James that could hone that into a weapon. And they set the climate for Devin to fall into, because he's a young man, and made it an egotistical thing. He started acting all over the top, insulting his mama. This was like some classic old one-on-one boxing bullshit. Where you're not supposed to read into it and you're supposed to stick with your game plan. And Ryan was acting so erratic that he threw them off. He made them feel like, he wasn't on his shit. It was the art of war, the art of deception. This was some Sun Tzu shit. You know what I'm saying? Some old elementary Sun Tzu shit. You got your enemy to make you feel like, you ain't right in the head, like you ain't been training, like you know what I'm saying? But I think Derek James really gave it away. He had gave it away. He said Ryan was working hard. That's why I gave the third option. I said the third option is either Dev's going to go in there sharp and beat Ryan, or Ryan's going to catch Dev with a lucky hook, or Ryan is bullshitting and they got a game plan. That was my third option. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at things from the surface. I said, and that was, everybody know that was my third option. I said, this is a whole camouflage. It was just too over the top. But at the same time, Dev was thinking, all those years that Ryan didn't want to fight him at 135. It's all in his head. It's all psychology. This dude don't want none of me. He going in there thinking that Ryan don't want none. All the time, Ryan just like Terrence Crawford prepared for Errol Spence Jr., preparing all these years to fight one man. You know what I'm saying? And he found Derrick James to hone his speed, hone his power to get the advantage in the fight. And these guys got to understand these dudes are playing chess, not checkers. Now, one fight, isn't the end all be all. It's this one just stings because, that first O is hard to let it go. That first O, it's hard to let it go, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard to let that thing go, and it hurts because everybody had you as the golden child, right? But let me tell you something. In boxing, bro, you could get broke down by anybody, bro. It could be a nigga that just came in off the Olympics and put them hands and dress you down. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. That's boxing is like that. If you ain't on top of your shit, guess what? You're gonna get Falumalooms. You're gonna get Falumalooms. It's just what it is, and anybody can get it, baby. Now, Devin Haney ain't no exception. We've seen it all happen before. We've seen people come out, with a nice good 10-run streak, and then they run into that one dude, and it's like boom, out with one punch. So that's what I mean by us being the hardcore boxing fan. Stop acting like you casual, because now some of y'all are casual. You know what I'm saying? You act casual just because you just want to be petty and shit. But y'all seen this shit before because I've been watching boxing for over 40 years, bro. So am I shocked? But have I seen it before? I've seen it before. Prince Nazim, he was out here knocking out folks. This nigga was dancing and knocking out people. You know what I'm saying? I seen Adrian Bronner dancing and knocking out people and talking shit. But we all seen them eat humble pie, y'all. This is nothing new. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing new. It's just that it's a fighter that a lot of people had a lot of disdain for. They wanted this for Floyd. They wanted Floyd to eat humble pie like this. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they're so upset, because they never got the opportunity. If Floyd fought Pacquiao next week, if Floyd Mayweather fought Pacquiao, that shit would be big as hell. Y'all don't believe that, do you? But these people got that much animosity because these camps run deep when it comes to this boxing thing. It's very passionate. If Floyd Mayweather fought Manny Pacquiao 2 tomorrow, that shit would do fucking, millions of pay-per-views because people want to see Floyd take that L. You know what I'm saying? Just like they wanted to see Bill and just like they wanted to see Devin take that L, you know what I'm saying? They take it personally. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand, why it's that serious. So Jeff Hart says, I believe Dev was drained. He says, get the rematch, hopefully win, then move up closer to his weight. I think he needs to move up, bro. I don't think he's going to beat Ryan at that weight. Doc Kent says, Harvey Doc saved Dev's life last night. Real talk, thought he was going to stop it, man. He was going to knock Dev out cold either way. Don't look like he was bothered. He was so unbothered by what Dev was doing in the ring, man. That shit was scary. He says, you right, 2 cent boxing. And Doc Kent said, that's better. Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah. So, yeah, man, I'm just like, oh, my God. What's going on, Ramen and Carolyn Jones? What's happening, bro? What's going on, AJ 64? What's happening, DC Worldwide Media? He says, Pool, it's a sad day in town. I'll drop the link. Everybody want to come up. I know it's an extension off last night excitement. So Doc Kid says, I'm shocked. He said, it went the distance. It should have been stopped. He says, Ryan was playing around and later around once he knew he had Dev hurt, but Harvey was rescuing Dev. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because Dev he's the star they was trying to build. You know, they still in the business of building stars, right? See, Ryan, he don't seem like he's really interested in boxing. He just wants to be a celebrity. But he has gifts from God. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker got strength and he's got speed from the gods, bro. It's from Mount Olympus. So when you got those two things, you can leap. You can make certain leaps that other fighters can't. Right? But what Ryan did, the brilliant thing that Ryan did, and it's two brilliant things he did. You know what I'm saying? He deceived Dev and giving him a false sense of security, and he got him a coach that got him focused to be able to focus in and see that was a big problem with Ryan, because if you look at how Ryan fight, you know, he don't fight in a consistent manner. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of like an Amir Khan. You know, his focus is not there. He got great talent, but it has to be focused and it has to be game plan. He's not a critical thinker in the ring, right? Apparently, you know, saying Dev under pressure, under certain pressure, he can't think in the ring either, because they, you know, once he got Devin out of whack, man. Devin, I mean, I don't know if he was punch drunk. I don't know. He just walked right into Ryan Garcia, hands from pressuring Ryan Garcia. This shit was just ridiculous, bro. I mean, it was ridiculous. Why is he following a puncher around, somebody who hit as fast and as hard as Ryan Garcia? That shit just didn't make no sense. I'm like looking at him coming. I said, okay, so he's trying to keep his promise, but why is he doing that? And he paid the price like Sugar Ray Leonard did. You know, Sugar Ray Leonard paid the price too. You know, don't do the crime if you can't pay the time. Well, how'd the thing go? You know, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Hey, last night he got fucked up. He got exposed. Like a motherfucker, man. I sure hate it for him. What's going on, DJ?
What it do, pull counter boxing.
Oh, I think I got to turn it up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear, bro.
So what do you think?
Man. Oh, okay. So I walked away from the fight before that fight, so I can't really talk about that. The Berlanga fight. But the Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney fight, I don't know if it was your channel or somebody else's channel was talking about how Devin was training. It probably was your channel. Was talking about how he was training, like he was just how he was hitting that heavy bag, and you know what I'm saying. And in my opinion, I thought he was doing that. I thought he was doing that like just trying to practice on his power, and the camera just happened to catch it and all that old good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't think that he was gonna come in there with that game plan of one punch at a time. You know, I really didn't think he would do that, because I thought he was a better boxer than that. At least you know what I'm saying. At least I thought he had a little more skills than that. You know what I'm saying? One punch at a time. You know, yeah. And for some reason, you know what I'm saying, that was their game plan, one punch at a time. You know what I'm saying? They was all headshots. You know what I'm saying? Like his muscle memory kicked in that made it. Oh, it's got some stats. His muscle memory kicked in for me that made him go to the body a little bit. But one skill that I see he didn't have, and the same shit I feel like Errol Spence had lost against Terrence Crawford, was the bob and weave. He didn't really know how to get low and roll up out that shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then not only that, he wasn't throwing in between punches. You know what I'm saying? He was like retreat. You understand what I'm saying? He was like his whole vibe to me was like retreat. More, you know what I'm saying? And hold. But it wasn't like step to the left, step to the right, you know what I'm saying, and do some things in between that shit, kind of throw Ryan off. You know, like Ryan showed, and salute to Ryan Garcia, because he showed his distance. He showed, you know, like Devin caught him a few times or whatever, but Ryan was a little more disciplined to understand his range. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, let me move out and let me do my thing. You know what I'm saying? And his thing was hooking. And Devin tried to play that game with hooking. And like, if you're a master boxer, especially like you were saying, like how Floyd Mayweather, you know, everybody was rooting they was coming to Floyd fights to see him lose, you know, more or less than him win. But the thing about it is, Floyd didn't care nothing about being called boring or trying to make the next fight more exciting than the last fight. And he fought his own fight. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like even when people say Floyd run, that I don't know about these young cats. They probably don't know that narrative, but at one time it was a narrative that Floyd did a whole lot of running. But now when you look at the highlights, you like, oh shit, bruh stood in the pocket. He just knew how to move in that pocket. He wasn't doing, and I don't think Devin Haney, he 19 short. He 19 fights short of being, you know what I'm saying, of trying to compare himself to Floyd Mayweather, and they should never do that ever again. So I'm waiting on June 15th though. You know what I'm saying? I think it's June 15th or July 15th. So we got another Fo King. You know what I'm saying? Who's still out there? So and I think this is his first time fighting a Black American. So we'll see. But yeah, I liked that fight last night. You know what I'm saying? I did. I'm a real boxing fan. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia do it twice. I'm gonna watch that shit. Only thing that I'm not a fan of is the robberies. And what I was hearing is that Berlanga got robbed. It would have been a real sad day if they would have raised Devin Haney last night. You know what I'm saying? That would have been real fucked up for boxing. But
yeah, I think so too. I think so too, man. But wait, man. Ooh, when you I was just shocked, bro. Oh, let me see. It's a disconnect. Yeah, I was just super shocked, man. I mean, I'm still reeling, man. I'm like, man, Devin was unprepared. I mean, have you like when you see that initial shock when the boxer's he was so surprised. I mean, I'm talking about Ryan caught him off guard. I mean, it was nothing. It was nothing he could do.
And then, as a boxing fan, though, watch this, pull. When Devin caught his ass, as a boxing fan, and I know I don't give a damn if you whoever your favorite fighter is, a boxing fan. When a fighter get caught, the first thing you say, "Whoo, get that nigga ass." You know what I'm saying? You don't care. It ain't your fighter no more. Get that nigga ass. You know what I'm saying? Everybody done fucked around and got caught. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But your ass grass, Jack. You shouldn't have stepped in the ring now. You shouldn't have stepped in that square circle, bro. You shouldn't have stepped in there. Yeah, it was a bad day for him.
And it was too late, man. It was like, it's like the game plan. It's like, what was Devin? What was they working on, bro? What did they work on in camp? I mean, they were acting like, they was acting like the damn Bulls in 1990, through 93, 95 or whatever it was when they won the championship. It's like they were walking around with that kind of swag, bro. I'm just like, what are they were working on, man? I'm like, I'm looking at the media day workout, right? And I'm like, okay, it looked like Dev was trying to work on some walk down techniques, because the way he was hitting the pads. And I'm like,
that was you then. That was you. Go ahead, my bad. That was your channel then. Yeah.
So I'm like looking at the shit. I'm like, okay, where's the bounce? Because I see Ryan like bouncing around. I see him like hitting. I said, why they keep showing? Where's the punches? Where's he gonna hone in on the offense? And so what we saw from Ryan, if you remember from media day, he was trying to get you to come at him. He was bouncing on the outside. That's what we saw in the fight. And Dev, he was trying to work on his front foot technique for some reason. And I guess he felt like he was going to sit in that pocket. Now, I did think that Devin had to make this fight exciting. And guess what, y'all? He did. You know what I'm saying? By getting his ass toe up. He made this shit very exciting, right? So I don't know. This is probably going to be one of his biggest pay-per-views that he ever got. Unfortunately, it came at the cost of him getting Falumalooms, right? But I just can't. Right. I just can't because to me, I thought like, damn, Devin is getting better. The Lomachenko fight gave him a lot of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking he's going to go out there, box, and fight in the pocket sometimes, you know what I'm saying, and just break it down like that. But this was total annihilation, DJ. This was total annihilation. This was total
annihilation and bad training on Bill. So like at some point they gotta step that thing up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand the father-son aspect of it, but a lot of the fathers who train their sons were boxers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the fathers who aren't boxers but still in their son corner, whatever they might be, you know, the waterman, iceman, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They call in a trainer. You know, actual, you know, somebody who actually can work Devin out on certain aspects of it. All that Devin is the greatest, he the face of boxing and all that hype shit. That they got to get rid of that. I gotta catch this phone call. I'm gonna come right back on in probably about 15 minutes.
Okay, bro. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I just I mean, I don't know what they were thinking, man. Let me see. I got to put another L in that damn. Let me see. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. I had to put another L on that scroll. So let me look at some of the comments. What's going on? The keg is in the building. Under 300 is showing up, man. Today we are fucking shocked as hell. Devon says he says Haney's weight finally caught up to him. He says fighting guys who aren't dimensionally similar to you. He said it's a nice advantage to have until you get in the ring with somebody your size. And that's a good point. That's a good point. You know, Devin have been bigger than George Kambosos. He was bigger than Lomachenko. He was bigger than, you know, maybe Linares. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't know. I got to look at that. But he probably bigger than Linares, but he was able, you know, that's why Linares has the success that he had with Devin. We got to go back and look at this now, right? Man, it's just the way Dev went out, y'all. I mean, he got knocked down how many times? You know, I mean, he just like, bro, where was your defense? How did you, I mean, you didn't, oh, God. Okay, let me get my shit together. I mean, because it's just like he just forgot how to fight. Some of these guys, when they get in adversity, they forget how to fight. What's going on, light skin business in the building, bro? It's ugly, man. He says, the keg, he says, I think Ryan is just a goofy kid, but he got a lot of different talent too. And you hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what it is. Some people have God-gifted stuff and they got your number. You know what I'm saying? Like if you played a video game, and you know what I'm saying, the other guy, he knows how to do all the damn flashy combos and shit, but you know how to hit a motherfucker in the head with a hammer by pressing B. Guess what? And he take all your energy just for hitting that one button and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can have all the skills in the world, but if you ain't got the power, you know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people who's been out there and vocal about Devin Haney not having power. For once, we've seen it. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't fight Ryan off. You know what I'm saying? Ryan was like he was like the Wu-Tang. He gave him the Wu-Tang, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was like goddamn Ghostface Killer up in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Devin did not have the power to fight the fight he was trying to fight. He did not have the strength to fight off a power puncher like Ryan Garcia. And I know that's weird, you know what I'm saying, coming from, you know, thinking this Ryan is a power puncher, but that's what he is, bro. That motherfucker hands was like deadly. You know what I'm saying? His hands are lethal weapons, man. The way he was loading up on you know, he's one of those guys, like, you know, Roy, very few people can load up on fighters. He couldn't load up on Tank like that, you know what I'm saying? But Tank got a great chin. And he got whacked too. Tank got whacked too. He's just stronger than Dev. You know what I'm saying? He's more compact. He's more low center of gravity. So Devin is a large target. And he's slower than Ryan. And man, Ryan showed you his superior twitch muscle ability. And that he showed you he's the superior athlete in there. And Devin didn't prepare for that. He said that Lenore's fight was very telling for Dev's chin. Well, I call 50-50 fighting skills. His punching power won last night. She really did. It don't always, but it did last night. People calling for you, King Judah. I know you're out there listening, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Come on in. You got to face the music, my brother. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We got to face this music, my brother. You know, I mean, I'm right here with you. You know, so make it do what it do, baby. You know what I'm saying? Make it do what it do. You know, let's get on out here. Face the music. You know, it ain't nothing but boxing, bro. You know, it ain't nothing but boxing. So, what you say? He says Loma would have knocked out Haney. Said if it wasn't for Haney being 30 pounds bigger, you know what I'm saying? It could be. You might have a point right there. She said 2 cents. I was surprised too, but now they can kill that Tank shit. You know, and that's another thing. A lot of people like think this exonerates Tank, but let me tell you that style make fights, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You may think the triangle theory works. You know what I'm saying? I just told you, you know, about Vernon Forrest and Ricardo Mayorga and Sugar Shane Mosley and Oscar De La Hoya. Everybody's style cancel each other out. I know y'all don't believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? Can Devin go and beat Tank? I know y'all don't believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to tell you, I've seen it. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it. Some fighters just got other guys' number. Tell me something. What is Falumalooms, sir? What does it sound like? If you get Falumaloom, what the hell that sound like? You know what I'm saying? He says, I've been a Ryan fan. Say he's not elite, but he's got skills to compete with the elite and pull off a win. You said it. You said that dead on the head. You know what I'm saying? If he gets focused, if he gets with, you know, and I think this goes for anybody who has, you can see it in Brian Mendoza, right? Brian Mendoza, he don't have all the skills, but hell, he went out there and knocked the shit out of Fedora, didn't he? You know what I'm saying? It's like they got skill to take somebody out. And Devin, he don't have the defense. He don't have the defense. He don't have the chin that we see. And he never had nobody who could like really test that. You know what I'm saying? And I think Lomachenko gave him a good test. And he was a smaller man, right? So now he faced a bigger man with the power. He showed that he just didn't have nothing. He didn't have the defense. He didn't have the strength. You know what people been saying about Dev is that he don't have the power. And you know, I mean, that's a good criticism. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people said that he's not going to be able to beat Matisse because he don't have the power to hurt him, to keep him off him. And it just is what it is. Yeah, Falumaloom is just, you know, something I came up with because people get, you know, we getting whapped out like Dev right here, you know, and that's my boy, right? You know, so I hate to see people get Falumaloom. Certain people I like to see get Falumaloom, but my friend, it's not good when you get Falumaloom. I'm just going to tell you right now. And that last night, he got Falumaloom. I'm just glad that he didn't, you know, now, you know, they're talking about his ass in the air and they're talking about, Tank is over there talking about his Devin ass in the air and sending pics of Dev with his ass in the air. And I'm just like, oh God, bro, come on now. Can we, you know, can we keep the conversation, you know what I'm saying, cool, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to go to all these things. I know Bill rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. But, God damn, we got to do it like this here. We got the humiliation ritual, got to be this real, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I mean, I understand, you know what I'm saying, you know, talk your shit. But we are talking about a 25-year-old kid here, you know what I'm saying? And I know Tank fans, they are relentless. You know what I'm saying? They want to see Dev, you know, burn at the stake. They want to see Bill burn at the stake, you know. But the man is just a fighter, bro. He ain't no soldier of war. You know what I'm saying? He's just a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Calm the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? Calm down, y'all. You know, he's not a killer, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's just a guy that you know, he flew too close to the sun on wax wings. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And when you fly too close to the sun on wax wings, guess what? Your ass come tumbling down. You know? So now He's got to hit the ground. You know, he's got to hit the ground, and he done fell from that altitude where he was. It's just too many, but I just think it's just too many people so happy about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that man is a multi-millionaire. You know what I'm saying? His daddy brought him to your attention, brought him on a world stage. And sometimes you get your ass whipped on the world stage, but at least you got your ass whipped on the world stage, right? Right? So he has nothing to hang his head down about. He's a warrior. He's a boxer. That's what they do. They get in there and they entertain us. And I think we were highly entertained, don't you think? I think we was all entertained. 2 Cents says Jeff Fox's horrible game plan. He said the only reason people devastated so because they were not honest about both fighters' skills. And you know what I'm saying? I don't understand, because were people honest about AJ's skills? Was people honest about Deontay Wilder's skills? I mean, what are we talking about here? About honesty about skills. What are we talking about? If you don't believe in yourself and you don't pump yourself up, you ain't got nothing to sell. Okay, so he overinflated himself and made him a millionaire. It made him so he don't have to work for the rest of his life, right? And boxing will straighten itself out. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not all what you say you are, guess what? You get Falumaloom. You get Falumaloom. That's what happens. So don't worry about it. If somebody's saying they better than the best thing since Muhammad Ali, don't worry about it. If they say, you know what I'm saying, I'm better than whoever, you know what I'm saying, Sanchez, some of the great legends, you know what I'm saying, because you still got to continue to fight, right? You know, you're not going nowhere, and once you start fighting, once you fight the best, you're gonna end up losing. You're gonna end up getting Falumaloom. And Dev, that's what happened to him. He got exposed. But everybody get exposed, you know what I'm saying? Say everybody plays the fool sometime, and that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? He went out there and he faced somebody who he couldn't beat. Somebody who had more gifts, more power, you know what I'm saying, than him. Now let's not act like Derek James didn't have something to do with this. And you know, Derek James is training another fighter for you Tank fans. You know what I'm saying? He is training another fighter. You know what I'm saying? Derek James is training another fighter that Tank has to fight, and Frank Martin. So for all y'all, you know what I'm saying, dancing on Dev's defeat, you know what I'm saying, y'all might have to turn around. When they say, sometimes the old people used to say, if you plan on deleting somebody, digging a grave, you better dig two. And this might be one of those situations, because the same man who trained Ryan Garcia is training Frank Martin. Understand? Y'all see where I'm going with this? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because y'all might be eating cake today, but you might be eating crow goddamn tomorrow. That's all I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep it as a hardcore boxing fan. You know, people win, people lose. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, 2 Cents? What's happening, Queen?
What up, Pool? What's up, chat? How y'all doing this morning? Man, listen, my throat hurt so bad, Pool. I was yelling last night because I went to a fight party. I was yelling at the screen. I was cussing at the ref. It was crazy. That was a fun, exciting fight, man. That was
I'm
a
trying
fun
to
fight
tell
to watch.
you. Yes, it
That was
was.
a fun fight. I was up last night till about almost 5 o'clock in the morning on live. Once I left off of your live, I went on the Pro Haney channels and was over there talking my shit to them, because I was like, I told y'all. Nah, but I had a good time.
So I mean, what do you think about the game plan that they came in? Wasn't it just stupid? I mean, I'm sorry to have to put it that way, but the game plan that Devin them brought to the table. What do you think they was trying to do? What you thought the scope of what they were trying to do to
Well,
Ryan?
I went live yesterday before,
Mm-hmm.
or was that, yeah, yesterday before the fight, and I was saying I don't understand why people are saying that Devin Haney has to knock out Ryan Garcia. Like I would like that's unfair. Like you want him to fight a way he doesn't normally fight to get a win. That doesn't make any sense. So in my mind, I didn't think that they were really going to do that because why would you wait till you face the biggest, fastest puncher you've ever faced to try to stand in front of him and knock him out? Why would you try to get in the ring and knock out any boxer when you haven't knocked out anybody in years? You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not just going to wake up one day and start knocking people out. Now, if it comes with your style, then that's cool. But to legitimately put in your mind and be like, all right, I'm going to go in here, go toe to toe with him and knock him out. That's a bad move. And I don't know what they were thinking. Like, I don't know. If you were going to try to knock out anybody, it should have been Regis. If you was going to step to anybody, it should have been Regis. And I don't know if the game plan was really that bad or if Devin just couldn't recover after he got rocked that first round. Because when you think of, because I was thinking about it some more, and I was like, even if Devin was trying to move around and jab, he would have got timed and clipped, which is why I thought that Ryan Garcia was going to knock him down anyway, because he was going to time his jab. So I'm thinking now, what is it that Devin really could have done differently? Because I don't know what Devin really could have done. Because I'm thinking about a rematch, and I'm like, okay, if they have a rematch, what could Devin do differently to win the fight? And it's like, oh, he could use his jab, he could use his footwork, but I don't think Devin is skilled enough to evade Ryan and his speed and power all night. I just don't think so. And I think that the Regis win made people think something that it really wasn't, because, like, guys, it's Regis Prograis. Like, yeah, he watched Regis and Regis didn't look good, but it's Regis Prograis. Like, he's not. Who is Regis? You get what I'm saying? I understand he was number one in the division and he was a champion and all that, but skill for skill comparatively, who would you compare Regis to make you feel like that now Devin Haney is just the top of the top? And I don't know if Devin really started to believe that stuff and he thought he was just going to go in there and wash Ryan. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking, but it just seemed like their egos got in the way and they really, really were willing to risk it. And that's what I was saying on my live. Is Devin Haney willing to risk getting hit to try to get the knockout? And I guess he was. And we see how it turned out. So, I mean, it is what it is. I know I go around with the Devin Haney channels and clowning and shit because I've been saying for months that he was going to beat Devin. But I don't want people to try to tear Devin down. I hear people saying, oh, he needs to hang it up and da-da-da. I hate when fight fans do that. Like, it's fighting. You're going to lose. One loss does not mean that's the end of your career. And styles make fights. Styles make fights, period. So, I even seen people saying it was a draw. I see people saying it was a draw. And I'm like, how the heck did y'all get a draw out of that? I don't even know how they rationalizing that in their mind. It's crazy.
Hey, people still emotionally jacked up about this. What's up, Mr. Moet?
Full counter boxing. Man, salute to you. Appreciate you. What's up, 2 cents? I'm gonna answer that question, man. I'm great. I'm gonna answer that question. First, I want to just say thank you, Pool Counter. Man, this has been a spectacular week. You coming back, you've been on just about every day, and I think it was your Wednesday show. It was about 4 hours long, 4.5 hours. Man, I listened to that whole show, later on in the week. Man, you were flowing, bro, and it was just a lot of boxing history, a lot of boxing knowledge that you were dropping. So, man, I'm gonna definitely put something on your books soon, man. And just to let you know, and I support your channel, and I appreciate you being part of the community and giving us this platform to, get our shit off, right? I just want to, 2 cents, you asked the question, what could Devin do different in a rematch? And aside from, having a hellified training camp to get his confidence back up. You know, maybe it's battered and bruised. I'm not sure. But I think competitively in the ring, what he can do, I think he needs to take a page out of watching a little bit of what Floyd did against Oscar De La Hoya, what Floyd did against Marcus Maidana in the first fight. You know, when you are fighting brawlers, you know, guys who want to rough you up and throw elbows and hit you behind the head, and there's really no rhyme or reason or tactics to how they're trying to attack you. You know, leveraging that pull counter, touching that body throughout the fight as much as you can, using your pivots, getting out of there, maybe getting on the bicycle a little bit. But I think he has to stick with boxing. And, you know, we talked about this last night. He needs to also, or maybe he has, and he just didn't bring it out last night, you know, a solid inside fighting game where he, you know, 10 toes down, he's standing in on his square in his tire. And he's like, okay, you know, for the next 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds, we're going to go to work. I might catch you with one of these uppercuts. I didn't see a lot of his shoulder roll defense last night either, which was interesting, you know. So those are just some of my thoughts. Again, I mean, I'm just a fan. I ain't a trainer. I ain't no, you know, pro or amateur boxer. So what I'm saying, take it with a grain of salt. But I just appreciate the dialogue, and I just wanted to share my thoughts in response to it might have been a rhetorical question, but you know.
No, I understand. We all trying. It's all swimming in our heads. What the hell was he thinking? You know, when you're talking about, like, if you go out there against Mike Tyson, you're not going to try to stand in front of Mike Tyson. Not that Ryan Garcia is Mike Tyson, but he's Mike Tyson to Dev. You know what I'm saying? At 140. If you know this dude, his only chance is to whack you up out of there. Why give him the opportunity from the beginning? You know what I'm saying? Like, go out there and you do him like, as a pro fighter, you go out there and you take your time and, you know what I'm saying, you get a sense of what this guy got, right? Before you, like, really stand in front of him and get Falumalooms. And I just thought he went about it like a rookie, you know what I'm saying? Like, he went straight. He knows Ryan can crack, bro. So with all the information, I just think he kind of felt this hubris from all of this elevation of going to 140, winning the championship. I just think he got beside himself, and I think he, you know, I think Ryan really tricked him by making him feel like he was giving him a false sense of security, like he was off his shit, like he wasn't really training, he was smoking, he was drinking, and like I said, that was the third option on Wednesday. I said either he's bullshitting and just trying to throw some subterfuge out there, some camouflage out there to see what he's really doing. And I think Derek gave him up because he says Ryan is working hard. Okay. And I was like, wait a minute, this don't look right. He talking. I mean, he's out here acting like a fool, like he don't care. But then Derek, you know, because he's an old country dude, he said Ryan is working hard. He told on Ryan. And if I was a better investigative reporter, I would have picked up on that because I did see it. And I said, well, he's working hard, but I said, you know what? Ryan is bullshitting. And then I think your boy Luke Campbell came out and said that he knows Ryan. He says, Ryan is bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? He outed Ryan, saying that this is a game. This is a cover. And wow, Devin played right into their hands. You know, the most simple, elementary, reverse psychology bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The art of war, Sun Tzu, you know what I'm saying? Make your enemies underestimate you. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. You know what I'm saying? And it happened. I'm like, wow, right in front of your face, bro. He played in your face.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, bro. So what? Go ahead.
Devin, excuse me. Good morning, Poole. Good morning, 2 Cents. And what's the other brother name?
Good morning.
Mr. Moet. What's up with you, boss?
Mr. Moet, man. Yeah, man. It's a dark day in the town, Poole. it's a dark day in the town, man. Yeah, man. But man, Dev went in there, man. He went into that fight, had to be winning there, man, with too much emotion, man. And it was supposed to be business as usual for Devin Haney, man. And he let all the antics and stuff get to him. He got gassed up. like you said, a hubris. I think 2 Cents said last night she was alluding to like his ego got involved, like she was saying a minute ago. Like, why would you go in there and think you just gonna walk this guy down and you ain't been walking guys down your whole career? Like, that was just ridiculous, man. It was a ridiculous game plan. Ridiculous game plan, man. I don't know, man. I'm so disappointed, man. I don't know where my man King Judah, where King Judah at,
I
man.
mean,
What my boy King Judah?
King Judah sleeping in today, boy. He's sleeping in. He's like, hell to the no, man. I'm not going out there. He don't even feel like arguing this morning. You know what I'm saying? His blood sugar up. That's nigga, he fucked up, man. He got to, he got to get his blood sugar down, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a Haney fan, man. So I'm here. I'm gonna take some of the shots for him, man. I still rock with Dev, man. I'm gonna take some of the shots for my guy.
Mm-hmm. He's in the locker room, respectively. Yeah, DJ. Yeah, I thought he was focused though. I thought Dev. I thought he was focused, and I thought Ryan was looking weird, and I think he was just trying to get that killer mindset. I think he was going out there to get that mindset to be able to like stay focused and go out there and do what he got to do. Because Ryan isn't a very focused cat. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he can only. I think Ryan can only do that for so long. And you saw how he was fighting in spurts. But the thing is, he just had so much natural ability over Dev. He was such a more physical, superior athlete than Dev. That Dev just couldn't do shit with him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it was like watching a grown ass man fight a teenager, right? And I hate to say it like that, but Dev couldn't. I mean, even when he got Ryan, he backed him up. He hit Ryan one good time, but Ryan, he took that angle away from him. And I think he got that angle one time on Ryan where he hit Ryan. Ryan, he snarled back like he refused to believe that Devin hit him or something. It's like he was just like really relentless, and I was like, "What is going on here? What kind of mentality is going on in this boy's head?" He thought he was a lion last night.
But Paul, where was the lateral movement from Devin? Like when Ryan was doing that thing where he turned his back, why wasn't Devin stepping left? And you know what I'm saying? And like trying to get his shots off when Ryan did that little, I guess, Philly shell, whatever he was trying to do. Why didn't Dev step left? Why didn't he circle left and try to, you know what I'm saying? I don't get that.
I think it's like 2 Cents said. It had, when you get emotional and, because of the controversy and because of the back and forth, and once you get hit, it's different. It's different. You know what I'm saying? You're not thinking about boxing, you're thinking about fighting. And I think they got him into a fight. They got him into a fight mindset instead of boxing, which is stupid. So they got him off his game plan. I don't know how they did that. It's almost like some kind of witchcraft and shit. They must have put something in the spaghetti or something, bro. Because I mean, what you need to do to win.
They rope-a-doped him.
They rope-a-doped him, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when he stopped backing up, and I seen Devin, tentative, he was changing. He was like, what? He started going forward. He started trying to throw to the midsection. I said, Ryan is fit to try to knock this motherfucker out. I said, as soon as he come forward, he's throwing that left hook. I was like, bro, he's showing you the game plan. Stop following him around. Stop following him around, man. That's what Ryan wants you to do. I'm like, but he was so. I think he was just. It's like the moment was too big for Devin to think what was going on. Then his corner didn't give him, the direction that he needed. He got to get rid of Bill, man. Bill, he needs somebody who can think and analyze the situation. And Bill is not that dude, especially when you got your son out there and you got the reputation, your son's reputation. You got your reputation wrapped up on your son. So you're not thinking about the fight. You're thinking about all the bullshit around the fight. How we gonna look if we get our ass towed up, right? How we gonna take that lone walk of shame? You know what I'm saying? All that shit start going into Dev's head once Ryan unleashed that laser left hook and jacked his jaw. And I was like, oh man, when I tell you, I felt like I was hit. You know what I'm saying? I felt like
me too, Paul.
I felt like he had really jacked my jaw. I
Man,
was like, man, he said he is not gonna recover, bro. That boy hitting so fucking hard right now. He was hitting like Babe Ruth, you know what I'm saying? Hitting out of Yankee Stadium, bro. And I was just like, and that shit was like peak. I was like, oh my God, bro. It was just so clean the way he smoked Dev, bro. I mean, and Dev, he just looked helpless, you know.
yeah, he did.
This shit looked like one of those fucking those Jewish movies where they go into the goddamn I ain't even to go there, but you know,
Man,
hey, that shit
nah.
was in slow motion. That shit was like in Platoon and shit. That shit, the motherfucker going down and shit. I was like, oh God, what's going on? What's going on, JB? We getting it all out today.
Hey, what's going on, Pool Counter?
What's
Hey, I
going
got
on,
before the feedback, man. I'm on the road here, heading out on a rocket road, trying to get somewhere. But you know what I think about this fight, man? A lot of people might not be talking about is how personal this fight was, man. This was a very, very personal fight. It got real personal before
Yeah.
the lead up to this fight. You know, Christianity was on the line. You know, with comments Ryan Garcia made about Devin Haney's religious beliefs. So you had, Jesus going against Jehovah. Then it got where Ryan Garcia leaked that tape with Devin Haney getting beat down by Tank Davis. All that stuff was going on in the lead up to the fight, man. The guys that was beefing at some kind of autograph signing or something before the fight. They got into a pushing and shoving contest. So this fight was very, very personal, and obviously it paid dividends for Ryan Garcia. He got Devin Haney to fight outside of his game plan, man. Devin Haney came in here saying that this is not going to be a boxing match. I think his dad said it's not going to be a boxing match. It's going to be a fight. And that was just the wrong attitude going into this fight, man. Well, you got to dance with what brought you here. Fight, you're a pure boxer, you're a master class technician. Stick to that style. Why are you trying to go prove a point and try to outdo Tank or whatever, saying, okay, you're going to put that video out of me getting battered around by Tank Davis and sparring. I'm going to battle you around the same way in the ring. And that was his mindset. And he paid a dear penalty for that, man, coming in and fighting that way. He should have boxed Ryan Garcia. But hopefully this is a lesson learned, and he'll grow from this. And next fight, man, he'll stay true to himself and be what he is. That is a master class boxer.
Right. Facts, man. That's a good
Yeah,
point.
can't change it at the last second, right? Can't change it at the last second. But he was just getting to that point where he was smelling himself, you know. Okay, I think you fell off. A lot of people fell off just then. Dropped the link again. I think he was just smelling himself, you know what I'm saying? And he thinking that you could step to Ryan, because even I thought that Devin's skill level had increased, you know what I'm saying? Because there's so many different ways you got to look at shit. Because like people said, he wasn't fighting people his size, right? And you don't think about that because you think of Lomachenko as an exceptional fighter. You think of, these pros is exceptional. Sometimes it just comes down to size. And, Ryan was bigger than Devin, as far as, was taller than Devin. So them punches are coming from a different angle. And he got special strength. He's got special speed. Did y'all see how fast Ryan was throwing those combinations? And then did you see how he this weird defense thing that was totally weird, bro. I mean that then bending to the side thing that he do, and that was just because he was physically gifted to be tall, and he's able to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like Pernell Whitaker, people couldn't understand how he got so low and was able to slip and pivot the way he was able to pivot. He could pivot on a dime out of a corner, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people can't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just Ryan has certain abilities at 140. 143. You know what I'm saying? That Devin just couldn't deal with. He was unprepared for that speed, unprepared for that strength. And man, I just wish he had really prepared for it. He just had no idea what he was going into. And man, it showed round after round. He tried to rally himself up. You know what I'm saying? He had a good little streak of 3 rounds, right? When after Ryan Falumaloomed him, and you know what I'm saying, he started poking that jab, trying to get himself together. I seen it. It's almost like I could feel it. He said, okay, we're gonna just jab. We're gonna go behind the jab. And then he got caught up. He kept getting caught again when Ryan stopped coming forward. So he could not, like people were saying that, you really don't want to hear from. They were saying that the man couldn't fight Ryan off. And I think 2 Cent hit it on the head. You know what I'm saying? Ryan may not have a lot for everybody, but shit, he got enough for Devin Haney, for people with no power. He's going to expose you, and you got fighters like that can expose your ass. They may not be the elite, but they got, like what was that guy that hit Thurman in the ribs? What was that guy name? I forgot. The bald guy. He was about to get rid of Thurman and shit. Certain fighters got certain attributes just for your ass. You know what I'm saying? Certain
like
attributes.
Oh no, I don't know who brought it up last night. Somebody might have brought it up. It's like Vernon Forrest just could beat Shane Mosley. He just he just had the attributes to beat Shane Mosley, but he couldn't beat Ricardo Mayorga though.
You talking about Vernon? Yeah, Vernon Forrest.
Yeah, Vernon Forrest.
Yeah,
he couldn't beat Mayorga.
But Mosley could beat. He could beat Ricardo Mayorga, and Oscar could beat him. You know what I'm saying? But see, Vernon Forrest could beat Sugar Shane Mosley. He would destroy Sugar Shane Mosley, and that's why we say style make fights. You know what I'm saying? It's the damnedest thing, people. It's the damnedest thing, but it's the truth. The shit is not all just skills and shit. It's rock paper scissors. It's rock paper scissors for real sometimes. And I think Devin just, he just couldn't deal with what Ryan, the power. You know what I'm saying? I'm still spinning because, you begin to believe the way a fighter's develop and that they can get better on the back end, right? Once they start gaining experience, and you're thinking, okay, you know what I'm saying? Even Roy Jones, you know what I'm saying, because he was so athletic, you thought, okay, even if he wasn't athletic, he'll still know how to box. No, nigga. It's like once his athletic ability left, he was done. You know what I'm saying? It was hard to believe that shit, but once you've been fighting a certain way your entire career, it's hard to change. It's hard to change.
True, man.
We saw it. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead,
it's
bro.
just because a boxer like Roy Jones, he was so athletically gifted and so special that he could break rules in the ring that other fighters couldn't. He could get away with doing things in the ring that other fighters couldn't. But like you just said, once he lost his athletic ability, he couldn't get away with those things anymore, but he was still trying to fight the same way, and it wasn't going to work out for him. It was going to end the way it did.
Well, here's the point, how it correlates to what I'm talking about. Ryan can get away with shit that other fighters can't. You know what I'm saying? Because he got the physical, he got the Roy Jones gifts, he got the speed, he's got the reflex, the twitch reflex, so he could get away with certain things with certain fighters. He couldn't get away with it with Tank, because Tank is just as strong and just as quick and just as dynamic. So he could get you up out of there. So that's his rock, paper, scissors. Tank is his scissors to paper, right? This was Devin's kryptonite. You know what I'm saying? A fighter with this kind of gifts, the power. And people were saying that. They were saying that all. The people saw straight through it. You know what I'm saying? The people who wasn't Devin Haney fans, they saw straight through it. It's like, this nigga can't fight off nobody. But, Devin is so respectful. You know what I'm saying? He's such a clean-cut kid that you want to root for him. You know what I'm saying? That you want him to win. You want to see a black father team. But, you can't watch this shit with emotion. So you got to watch this shit with what you see. And that's what people were saying. It's like, obviously, this nigga ain't got no power. So he ain't going to be able to survive somebody putting them things on. And Ryan found him a coach. The guy who gave him the mentality. They must have put hot sauce in his eggs and bacon and shit.
The truth is, this was Devin's first step-up fight. I mean, I guess Loma was a quote-unquote step-up fight. But the thing with Loma is Devin still had all the advantages. He was bigger. He was stronger, blah, blah, blah. I mean, when I say this was a step-up fight, this was really the first time we seen Devin fighting somebody just as big as him, having just as long as reach as him, and things like that. So I was already saying that in itself was going to be a problem because he wasn't preparing himself. Like, you know, he didn't have fights along the way preparing
Right.
to be fighting somebody his size. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it was going to be a struggle.
Even in the fight with Loma, though, 2 cents, when Loma really started to press Devin a little bit, things started to get shaky in there a little bit.
Yeah, Devin doesn't do well with pressure. I was saying all Ryan got to do is press Devin because if Devin really don't have enough power to keep him thinking twice about it, he just gonna come in there and catch him with something. Like
Mhm.
it just Ryan had multiple ways to beat Devin. I don't know how many ways Devin exactly had to beat Ryan.
That's why I disagreed with somebody last night who said they think Devin should go up to 147, and I'm like, man, them dudes at 147 will walk straight through him. A lot of them dudes will walk straight through Devin, man.
Man, that's
I think
crazy.
they would.
It's just as simple as that, though. You know, but you know, I think we thought more Devin than what he was. You know, I think some people saw what he was exactly for what he was, and I mean, I think we thought he had more boxing IQ because he was on such a big stage, beating George Kambosos twice over in Australia. This was a great accomplishment for this young man, right? So you get on the bandwagon, you know what I'm saying? But who is George Kambosos? We all know who George Kambosos was. It even supposed to beat Mickey Bay? You know what I'm saying? Beating a Mickey Bay who had been out the ring for 6 or 5 years, something ridiculous like that. And that he's the first call they get just so they could build this George Kambosos, right? He wasn't even supposed to be in that space of fighting for championships and stuff like that. So, you know,
And
Devin,
I heard that when Devin get touched up in sparring, they kick the sparring partners out the camp. Now I've heard that before about multiple fighters. I guess I don't know if that's a thing you do in boxing, but I didn't think that was good. Like as soon as you have a little adversity in sparring, they kick you out the camp. So you only got people in camp that you can beat up.
but I think it's like a Mayweather. They must be got that from Mayweather because Mayweather they kicked EJ out the camp. You know what I'm saying? You know, once he was trying to go hard and shit, you know, they kicked his ass about the camp. So it's probably a common thing that they do when people get beside themselves and you're trying to go too hard at the champ. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, if the champ get hurt, you know what I'm saying, he can't make money. So, you know, you got to be careful. You know, it's an ego-driven sport. So, you know, you get your sparring partner up in there. You know what I'm saying? You trying to Falumaloom the champ, you know what I'm saying? And you got a number of these people that survive off the champ making his money to run the camp. So they got to get your ass up out of there. Coach says Devin spent his career fighting little dudes who had a significant size disadvantage. He said he had no idea how to manage distance. Yeah. He said his lack of athleticism got exposed and his obvious boxing holes too. I think it was more than that. I think a lot of things came together. I don't think it was just his athleticism. I think it was they just didn't know what the fuck to do with this big dude, this big strong ass guy that was more athletically gifted. Some, you know, you like I played a lot of basketball coming up. You know, say I was a hooper, right?
Okay.
Every now and then you would come across that one dude who could jump higher than you. He could, no matter what you do, I mean, he could shake faster than you. You know what I'm saying? And it was just nothing you can do, you know what I'm saying, with that guy. You know what I'm saying? You had no answers. You know what I'm saying? But to come back another day, go train harder, go hit the gym harder, and come back another day, you know what I'm saying, and face that guy again. Sometimes that's what you got to do. Sometimes people go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, finish up. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, you know, some people just got it. They just better than you, and there's nothing you can do. They got everything. They got the speed. They got the power, and you're not ready. Devin was not ready. He was not prepared for that Ryan Garcia yesterday. He was not ready last night. Mm-hmm.
But to 2 cents and the guy Ghost who just commented to their points, it didn't look to you like Devin was like overreaching with his jab a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
like
But like my man was saying, he didn't know how to manage his distance because he was fighting somebody who was just as long as him. You see what I'm saying? Somebody who could reach, like Earl Spence Jr. Crawford got a 74-inch reach. He never fought nobody with a 74-inch reach. You got to get in the ring and be able to make your adjustments. And Devin wasn't able to make the adjustments. Anytime he came in close, that fucking left, he had to worry about that left hook. And then he was so worried about the left hook, Ryan got a right hand too that got power. So he had so many things coming at him that he never had to think about before. And I think he should have been training for that, you know.
So
and I blame it. Go ahead.
I heard you say earlier that Devin might need to get Bill out of the corner and get like an
Yeah.
actual trainer. So who do you think would be who do you think would be a good trainer to match up with Devin to help, you know, to help him get over these hurdles that he's facing in his career?
I heard Ben Johnson is his trainer. He has a trainer. It's just for whatever reason, Bill don't want nobody to know. He has trainers. Bill is not his trainer. Bill not in the gym with him telling him what to do like that.
I'm with you.
But Bill is the one in the corner at the fights, like, you know what I'm saying, basically giving him his adjustments, you know what I'm saying, giving him his advice in the corner. Like, do you think Bill don't need to be in the corner during the fight anymore?
Well, I think you need to settle down with somebody who's I think when he was with the Mayweather camp, I think he was getting some good knowledge from Jeff Mayweather. I think that was a good trainer for him. I mean, I don't know what Jeff's doing, who he's training. I think Jeff maybe a Bozy Ennis, maybe he could get in on the Bozy Ennis camp. That would be a good look for Bozy Ennis. People got those kind of skills, you know, somebody with some defensive stuff going on. So I think those are a couple of, you know, I mean, I don't know how his relationship is with Mayweather. But I think Mayweather he would be flattered, but how much time could Mayweather really give him? Because Mayweather be so self-centered, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the training shit. But I think I think Mayweather is sliding more and more into the training side of things, and maybe if Dev went over there and maybe signed with Mayweather, he could get that Tank fight. Well, no, that wouldn't work. That'd be a conflict of interest, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
that would be a conflict. That would be a conflict of interest, you know. But you know, I don't know if Jeff would do it. But they got some of the best trainers over there at the Mayweather camp. I think Bozy Ennis is a good trainer. You know what I'm saying? Damn, it's like everybody who he need to fight. Shit, everybody who got the damn trainers and stuff. You know, maybe I think Mickey Bay trained Dev too. At one point in his career, Mickey Bay trained him. So it's some people out there, you know, that he could train with, but really right now it's going to be a psychological battle for him
I think what happened last night killed any potential Devin Haney versus Tank fight. I don't know if that ever happens now.
But they damn sure using this as a you know what I'm saying, a situation for them not to meet. And I told you it's about rock, paper, scissors. It's not all about, you know, saying the triangle theory, you know. Just because Tank was able to knock Devin out, don't mean that, you know, he can't get outboxed by Devin. Devin may not take that approach, you know what I'm saying, to try to stand in front of Tank. He may have the feet to move around. I damn sure thought he was going to have the feet for Ryan, but he looked like he was stuck. He didn't look like he could move around in that fight. And I just think he just he made the wrong decision, you know. What you think, JB? You there, JB? JB Sport. You don't want to sleep? He says, let God be true in every man's lair. He said Bill was over in that corner saying, Dev, I'm sorry I lied to you. He said, oh man, come on, man, stop.
Man.
Cash Crypto says Devin been outclassing older, smaller fighters where he had every advantage. Now we see when he doesn't have every advantage. Yeah, he finna get it today, y'all. Y'all already see this shit about to get real.
Really real. I
Mm-mm.
saw I saw a couple other platforms went live like kind of late last night. I checked them out. I checked out Blue Blood for a minute, and I think Mickey Bay was on there talking about it. He was, kind of giving his take on the fight, and he said a lot of things that we discussed here, man. And he thought
Yeah,
Devin
I like
did.
Mickey Bay, man. He speak from the heart, man. You know what I'm saying? I like that cat, man. He said they fought 6 times. How do you know him? And I guess you're saying how he don't know him, how he don't know him. Yeah. And he says cooking with Frank says Dev is not a master class boxer. He's a master class boxers do try to do things they cannot do. Master class boxers, I guess you're saying they don't do it. Do it.
Yeah, they don't do.
He says, like I kept saying, that boy doesn't have the ammo or armor for war. Yeah, yeah, you called it. You really called that, Cooking with Frank. You said that from the beginning. You said they ref should be been stopped to fight. Yeah, I think they missed the 3 knockdowns. I think it was like 3 knockdowns or something. Did you think it was 3 knockdowns, 2 cents? 2 cents. Man, they be cooking and eating hamburgers and shit when they be on live.
Man, like it really was, man. It really was about 4 now. About 4. Really, it was about 4
Mm-hmm.
right now. Really.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man. Whew.
Yeah, I was just like, oh my god, bro. I thought he was gonna knock Devin out cold. I
Yeah.
mean, did you think that? Because when he hit him on that rope, when he got him over there on the side of the back end of the ropes and stuff, and he caught him with that damn left, that straight left, not the hook, and Devin hit the floor on his butt. I was like, man, he finna knock Dev out cold, bro. Oh,
He probably would. He probably would have knocked Devin out cold if he hadn't did that little, where he reached around the referee and caught him with that little, cheat shot kind of. If he wouldn't have did that and stalled him out and got that point deduction, he probably would have. He would have finished Devin right there.
Yeah, I agree. I think the ref saved him right there. What do you think, 2 Cent?
What'd you say? What was the question? I'm sorry, I was yelling at my son real quick.
Yeah. Do you think he would have knocked? I thought he was gonna knock Dev out cold, man.
I thought he was gonna knock Devin out, man. Like I don't. It kind of seemed like Ryan wouldn't keep going though. Like he'll get his shots off and then he'll wobble Devin, but he didn't keep going.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he didn't jump on him. Like he didn't jump on him. I don't know why.
But I think he would have if the ref wouldn't have separated them. I think that was the time Ryan would have knocked him out. At that point, if Ryan, wouldn't have tried to hit him, well, he did hit him once they were breaking. If Ryan just would have fell back, I think he would have knocked Dev out. And that little incident right there, I think he would have knocked Dev out. Dev was fucked up, man.
I don't think the ref really did Dev no favors because even the knockdowns they didn't call when Dev got up, he was wobbly.
Yeah, he was hurt bad. Like man, he was hurt bad. Like I done seen fighters get hit and get hurt, but he was hurt. Like he was out on his feet. He was out of there.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I was just like, man. I said if he wouldn't have got that reprieve, when he hit Dev when they were together and the ref was there and he took a point. That was the time that Ryan was going to knock him out. He needed that break, bro. He needed that break so bad, because he was gone, man. I was just sitting here like, oh my god, bro. And I'm talking about 2 Cent kept fucking texting bullshit, like stop. I mean, it's like somebody keep jabbing you when shit happening, like oh shit. I'm just like, oh no.
I was at a fight party too, Paul, so I couldn't even hear you. But every time something went down, I came to the chat. Oh shit!
I was like, oh nigga. I was like, nigga, get your ass up.
I thought Ryan was about to get disqualified when he when the ref broke him up and he punched him real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I said, here comes the disqualification, but they just took a point away. I don't know why he did that.
man, that crowd would have lost their mind if they would have disqualified. Man, it would have been a riot in there if they would have disqualified Ryan Garcia from that. They would have rioted in there.
So, do y'all think that y'all, if Dev, let's say, what y'all think, if Dev should get a rematch, or do you think he just should go sit down some goddamn well, retool, and just, you know what I'm saying, think about this thing another way, to go another way? Y'all think he need a rematch?
I keep saying, you know, a rematch would be cool, but like I said, how do you think for Devin could beat Ryan? How can he beat Ryan? What does he need to do?
He need to get power. He need to become a whole nother nigga.
He need to get power.
Yeah, that nigga need to be reborn a whole nother nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because from what we saw, man, I mean, he did punch Ryan. It's just that I don't know what he was thinking, bro. It's like, did he hit? Did Bill pay somebody to go down or something? You know what I'm saying? Because I would know if I had power enough to stand in there and hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying?
I think Dev could beat him if he box, stay on the back foot, and make Ryan chase him, and then press him late. Let Ryan gas himself out a little bit and press him late, but he got to avoid that power until then. That's the thing. Can he avoid that left hand? Can he avoid that power?
He was running into that left hand. That left hand was so laser, my nigga. It's like when Ryan was doing the fake change up on his ass, Devin was making the wrong decision, bro. He kept running straight. I'm talking about, I mean, usually you could make a motherfucker miss from that range, but man, Ryan was just on one last night.
But you know, Ryan was throwing his jab, and then he wouldn't bring his hand all the way back, and then he'd throw the hook. And I was like, God damn, like, how do you defend against that? The dude throw a jab, and then he don't even bring his hand all the way back, and then wow, here come a hook. I was like, that is crazy. That is crazy.
Kills.
Mm-hmm. And you know, I mean, then he was framing. He was doing a lot of framing. Devin. He was framing him by putting his hand out, measuring them, and I don't know why Devin fell. I don't know why he fell for that. You know what I'm saying? He just kept trying to come in. You're not a great offensive fighter. You know what I'm saying? You're more, I mean, you're not a great defensive fighter. You know what I'm saying? You're a boxer, bro. Make him come to you, you know what I'm saying? And you make him miss and you make him pay. I don't know. Devin, he just got Devin out of sorts. And then when he heard him, it was over. But didn't Dev look like he was huge last night?
Dev always look huge, man.
I mean,
he looked big, but Ryan Garcia looked like, man, that man looked like he was like 168, 170 pounds in there, man. Ryan Garcia looked huge, like big, man. He was noticeably bigger than Devin Haney to me.
Oh yeah. But Devin, he couldn't move, man. He couldn't move like, you know, he just didn't have the spring in the step.
What y'all think about Ryan's footwork, though? Ryan's footwork, and people didn't want to give Ryan no credit for the last fight. Like, oh, he didn't look different. He looked exactly the same. No, he did not. He wasn't doing that pity pat shit he do in the ring. He was actually using some decent footwork, in my opinion.
Well, my thing is, it was more the mindset of Devin, because the footwork was pretty fundamental, because he got Dev to come to him and see, you're a heavy-handed motherfucker like Ryan. Right, I mean, Dev fell for it. He wasn't really putting nothing out there for Ryan to like really have to defend. You know, said Ryan went into that little shell shit he did, and Dev, he was confused. He's like, he didn't know how to attack it. He hit him in the side a couple of times. It was a really weird fight, y'all, if you think about it. So Ryan, he fell back, you know what I'm saying, and he was going from side to side like he was doing on media day, right? So so all he had to do was rush Dev and hit him a few times with his speed. It was like a little simple game plan, but at the same time, the shit was brilliant, because they knew what they could get away with Dev. And Dev was totally, you know, he was totally off. He wasn't expecting that shit. I think Devin,
what does this say about Derrick James?
He's a smart motherfucker. He look at shit simply. Instead of motherfuckers trying to make the Mona Lisa, this motherfucker just went out there and made a you know, something simple and
Made
it
a
made
smiley face.
yeah. I was trying to think of something simple, but yeah, he just went out there and made the shit simple. He said, don't, hey, you stronger than him, fall back, let him follow you,
Yep.
and you just catch his ass and stuff. He don't have a chin, and that's what happened, man. He don't have the power to hurt you. And they knew that. So they worked to Ryan's strengths and the Devin weaknesses, and shit, that shit worked out perfectly. Sometime a plan come together. That shit was like the A team and shit over there at Devin James. That shit's like dun 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 dun. That motherfucker's
Ryan was
like,
just yeah, man. Ryan was just laying back, coiled up like a snake. He knew Ryan knew he wasn't gonna beat Devin on points. If that was
right.
a points fight, he knew he was just laid back, waiting on his opportunity. Once he saw his opening,
Yep.
he knew.
Yeah. So I don't think it was so much his footwork. I just think they knew what their game plan was. I'm gonna get him to follow me. I'm gonna bust his ass. And that's what he
Yep.
did. And it's just as simple as that. And this is hard to believe because, Devin came such a long way. And you never know how you're going to go out. You know what I'm saying? You never know if you're going to go out, stylish, like, you know what I'm saying? You just never know. Or you're going to go out, like your boy Samuel Jackson's, drinking a Red Bull, on top of somebody. Or you don't know if you're going to go out, at a P. Diddy party. You just never know how you're going to go out. You're going to go out fucked up or you're going to go out smooth. And Devin just went out fucked up. He came across the dude that he wasn't prepared for. I mean, this game plan he wasn't prepared for. Well, I'm just pissed at Bill. I'm pissed at Bill. They're so worried about being out front, and worried about the glamour and glitz and the promotion. You got to take care of your son, have him make sure you got the information you need to what might be happening in the ring and take away Ryan's weapons and, do what you do best. And I thought the same with Errol Spence Jr., I thought like he was preparing for Crawford, and he never prepared. He didn't prepare for what Crawford could do. What were they doing? What were they doing in all these months that was leading up to the fight? Obviously they wasn't studying no footage.
I think a lot of other factors played into the Earl Spence thing.
Yeah.
Whatever was going on with him, I feel like he wasn't even able to execute how he wanted to or should. You get what I'm saying? Like he wasn't able to do it. Whether they had the best game plan or not, he wasn't gonna be able to execute it. That's kind of what I feel like was going on with Earl.
Yeah, he says Ryan Carrot Dev last night said he has Devin shook in the first 30 seconds. He said then he took 3 rounds off. He says Ryan could have stopped Dev in the first round if he really if he really pressed the gas. That's
what I was saying. Cooking with Frank, he didn't just jump on him like get him. You know what I'm saying?
But you definitely got to ask questions though.
Yeah. I don't think he recovered from that first round, man. I mean, I think he had, like you say, he really intimidated Dev, man. That power, he was so surprised by that left hook speed. I think he was faster than when he was when he fought Tank. Don't y'all think? That
he looked different.
He looked totally different at 140. That
that's not even the fastest I've ever seen Ryan. I've seen Ryan be faster than that. So I don't know if he's not as fast. Well, he was pretty fast in the Duarte fight. But I've seen him be even faster than that. So that's not even the fastest I feel like I've seen Ryan. Do y'all think he'll be better at 147?
It depends on who he matched up with, to be honest with you.
Because, I mean, it's like, who's at 147 really?
You got Staney on this. You got Boots in this. You got Virgil Ortiz over there laying in the weeds.
54.
Yeah, he's going but I think he'll come down. I think he'll come down to beat Ryan ass. You know what I'm saying? We want revenge, goddammit.
That's not even a fight I would want to see. Ryan Garcia and Boots, no way.
Yeah, damn it. We want to see Boots whip his ass now and shit. That's Devin big brother. He need to go to Philly and shit.
Hey, Paul. You ain't see what Ryan Garcia daddy was talking shit to Eddie Hearn in like the hallway after the fight, and then he was like, "Who else you got?" And then Eddie Hearn was like, "I got Jerron Boots Ennis." Man, Ryan Garcia daddy energy changed so goddamn quick. He got so humble. He was like, Shh. He got
Ryan,
humble quick.
yeah. What you said? You said he's to who daddy? Who daddy? You said that was?
It was Eddie Hearn and Ryan Garcia daddy.
Oh,
But
okay.
they really was talking about Devin fighting Boots. And I was like, y'all gotta stop this.
Yeah,
Like,
y'all crazy.
y'all gotta stop this, bro. Like, why? What that fight don't even make logical sense.
That just
Devin
show you how
Haney
much they
and
hate
Boots.
a guy. They just want him to fight somebody who they feel like he'll lose against.
Well, I don't think that's. You know what? I think it's crazy when people say that. To me, I think it should be a testament at how good people think you are versus the opposite. Like, why do people get upset when they be like, oh, I want this person to fight this person? Because they think it'll be a competitive fight. It's not that they want you to lose. They just want to see you fight against somebody where the fight can be competitive.
2 cents. Everybody, don't nobody who know boxing think that Devin Haney and Boots Ennis would be a competitive fight.
Man,
Let's
they
be
thought that
realistic.
for real. These
No, they
people
didn't.
thought that for
No,
real.
Bull,
Hey, people
Bull,
believe
come on, man.
people believe Ryan Mayweather helped your boy Ryan man out. You know what I'm saying? It's like Floyd be in the background doing shit. He's the 50 Cent of boxing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Floyd attached himself to Ryan for a reason, though. Floyd attached himself to Ryan for a reason. Like, let's be for real.
Yeah, but I think he be manipulating things in the back. You know what I'm saying? Game plans, all this, because he's a
He
master
definitely do.
strategist. He's a master strategist, and if he don't like you, he's gonna plan your demise. You know what I'm saying? That he's just that type of dude. JC said, "Pool, I don't think it was him acting like he wasn't focused. He said it was him, it was the disrespect that got in Bill Dev's head. Yeah, I think so too now. As I didn't believe it before. Same fight, different round says Ryan was powering Dev and checking the distance, and he tricked Dev and made him run into something. I just think Dev just wasn't, he was just so shocked that I don't think he could gather his senses to be able to come up with a game plan. And then, Bill didn't have nothing for him, so as far as how to counteract what was happening to him. And he says Ryan looked solid. Dev looked like you said, Pool, he needed a sandwich. Yeah, man. It's like you got to know what you're dealing with, man. He said, you got to know your limitations. You got to know what you're able to do in the ring. Worldwide Zach says that he just stopped that weekend shoulder roll. Yeah, every time he do it, he gets.
Is the shoulder roll weak? Is it weak? Is it weak? Does it work? Does it slow down the fighter's momentum?
Yeah, that shit is lame. That nigga get Falumalooms every time he use that shoulder roll.
His opponents don't know what to do.
It's like, well, like you said, I mean, the biggest thing I took away from it was the size thing. And I think that had a lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying? For once, Devin wasn't looking down on somebody who couldn't reach him. And he had to fight somebody who, that could take a lick and give a lick. And when you fighting those type of fighters, Tank is like that too. Tank could take a lick. Just like Hector Garcia, hit him and he came back with a punch and hit him even harder. It's tough to fight a dude like that. That's stronger than you. Somebody who's tougher than you and could take a punch. And, you're going to wear down before him. And I saw Ryan do that a couple of times, where he took Dev a little punch and he gave Dev a harder punch. I was like, oh, God, bro. I said, you can't exchange with him like that, and look like, that's why I'm mad with Bill team, because it's like they just, all common sense went out the window.
When Dev was like, to me, when Dev, he was talking about the height differential, it's like when Dev was reaching with that.
I could barely hear you.
It's like, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's like talking about like the height advantage Ryan Garcia had. When Dev was like reaching with that jab, if you had noticed, his right hand was getting like a little low and a little wide. He was getting like a little low and a little
Who
wide.
hand? Who hand?
Devin Haney. When Devin Haney was jabbing, when he was jabbing at Ryan Garcia, because he had to like overextend a little bit, Dev's right hand was kind of dropping and it was getting a little wide out from his chin. It wasn't tight. It wasn't as tight as it usually is.
But I don't know why people thought that Devin would do so great in the later rounds, because Devin gasses out in fights. Devin gasses out in fights, and if you see towards the end of that fight, he seemed like he didn't have no power, no pop on his punches at all. Like them punches wasn't going low.
He was hurt. He was hurt. His legs was gone. It was a wrap, man.
Oh, I agree with you. I mean, because it looked like he could hit Ryan, but Ryan had done took everything up out of him, man. And it's weird, and the fight went by so fast. It's like he got hurt so fast, man. It was just like, damn, it was just impossible to keep up with all the damage he was taking. I guess that's the effect when you fast like that, right? Those punches that Ryan was hitting him with was really damaging, man. I mean, Ryan was throwing some heat.
Ryan showed his hand wraps after the fight, and they had split open.
Wow.
Like, he punched so hard that his hand wraps had split.
He wasn't on no Margarito shit, was he? He had a boy plastered up, did it?
Nah, they wasn't plastered. I guess, you know what I'm saying? He's like, let me put this out there for y'all try to say anything.
Right. Man. I don't know. I wonder where Devin Haney really goes from here. I'm trying to think of like where he goes from here, who he fights next, outside of a tune-up fight, but like as far as like a real fight, a real competitive fight. Like where does he go from here, to be honest with you? Because you got Gary Antoine Russell, you know what I'm saying? You got Matias. These are all like hard-hitting punchers, man.
Yeah, he's gonna have to rebuild from this, man, because psychologically, I mean, he's done right now for a second. You know, now he's got to, face the criticism of his peers, his criticism of the fans. Tank, Tank is having a field day, y'all. Have y'all checked that out?
Man, him and Leonard Ellerby too, man. Oh my God.
But what do you think about that, 2 cents?
What?
Tank having a field day.
Yes. Man, that boy said we gotta go celebrate our win.
He said our win.
Yeah, that boy say our win. Tank is a funny guy. But I mean, I'm glad that they never let any of that really get to them. They just been talking, man. See, I think what happened is Bill thought he can kind of plot and scheme and promote his way to the top, and it just doesn't work like that. Like, you have to show in the ring. You can be strategic all you want. Even with Terrence Crawford, he got the big fish in the ring. He beat him. His plan and his strategic movement was cool, but when he got to the point, he actually showed up and performed, and he was able to beat Earl. Bill wasn't able to pull it off. He plot, plan, scheme, promoted, propaganda, this and that, and it was just a lot of talk. I don't really believe that Devin had proved that he was who people were portraying him to be. And that's not like I'm hating or nothing like that. It's just like, who has Devin really fought like that, y'all? Like when have we ever seen Devin in situations, in tough fights, fighting fighters his size and things like that? So I just think it finally caught up to him. They finally had their big moment. They came with a terrible game plan, and it just didn't work out. He can definitely come back from it, but who would he fight next? You got you saying all these people was ducking you,
right?
So now you have. It's like now you have to go fight those people to rebuild yourself. You can't come back with no soft touches. So now I feel like your road back to the top is gonna be way more difficult than it was before.
And to your point, 2 Cent, all them people who he was saying was ducking them, he ain't gonna have no problem getting them fights now. He ain't gonna have no problem getting them fights now.
That was the funny thing.
But like I said last night, them fighters ain't Ryan Garcia either. So don't get it twisted. Like, don't just think because Ryan was able to do him like that with his attributes, you gonna be able to do him like that because you don't have those same attributes. So it kind of goes both ways. Like, you know, you don't think just because Ryan beat him, you finna get in there and do the same thing because you're not Ryan Garcia.
But let's not overlook this point here. That Derrick James was able to get Ryan to get out of that silliness. He was able to pull this mindset out of Ryan because we know Ryan left to his own devices. I don't think he could have been able to do this. I think it was because of the discipline and the coaching of Derrick James. Because Derrick James got him in this mindset, man. That was a different Ryan. That was a focused Ryan. He pulled the potential out of Ryan that he didn't have before. I mean, I think Derrick James just did a masterful job getting his mind set ready because Ryan was on some different shit out there.
And you know, it's two people in boxing right now three people that I really want to write a book. That's Al Heyman, Leonard Ellerbe, and Derrick James. Because the patience of Derrick James, it's unbelievable to me. He seems to attract the most hard-headed, hard-to-deal-with type of fighters, and he's able to work with them. Now, I'm not sure how everything going on behind the scenes, but
You cutting out 2 Cents. Or that's me.
Yeah, I think,
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I think you cut out a little bit.
okay, yeah, my phone started ringing. It's showing in the ring that he can actually work with these guys and improve their skill. And I think that that's a great skill set to have as a trainer. And to be able to deal with Ryan Garcia through all these antics he be doing. And listen, and I made this point too. You did not see Ryan with that damn reflex bag one time. Now, one time did you see Ryan with that reflex bag? And that's all you've ever seen Ryan with throughout his career is punching on that reflex bag. You didn't see Ryan working out in his house. I mean, he was in his house, but you didn't see him in the garage working out. You actually see him in the gym. Like I said, I've been following Ryan for a very long time, and this is the most focus that I've ever seen from Ryan.
How long have you been following Ryan?
I've been following Ryan pretty much since the beginning of his career.
Really? Where did Ryan come from? I'm trying to think. I can't remember when he came into boxing.
When, like, because I watched him. It's been a while, Paul. I watched him and I seen how fast he was, and I was like, who is this kid? And I'm telling you, for years, I've been going back and forth with my husband about how Ryan ain't no real fighter. He going to get the top competition. He going to get beat. And I kept saying, no, he not, because that speed and power is very dangerous. It's very dangerous. But I've been following Ryan for a while. So I'm not really surprised at what he did, but I am surprised at the changes he made in order to be able to pull it off.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about too, sis. That's what I'm talking about. Well, I was trying to allude to that you stalking Ryan. That's what I was trying to allude to. But that shit fell right on his head and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think Derrick got something out of him, man, that was special. And if he can continue with Derrick James, he gonna call somebody. He gonna get somebody else. He gonna get somebody else. I think he got one more in him, but I don't think it's gonna be sustainable because he's lacking in so many other areas. Now, I think he's gonna try to get that Tank fight again. I don't know if Tank going to indulge him after what he's seen. I don't think he'll come up to 140. I don't think he want that versions of Ryan Garcia.
Ooh, that'll be a huge money fight. Hey, Ryan just made himself big money.
I don't think Ellerbe will ever let that happen. I don't think he's gonna let Tank come up to 140. I don't think he'll ever let that happen.
Not fight. That's a version of Ryan Garcia, not without some stipulation. They would make Ryan make that weight. Now, even if he made the weight at 140, do you think that would have changed anything? 2 Cent and Webb. I want both of y'all opinions on that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do.
because he would have been drained.
Mm-hmm.
See, he still needs to be. He still got stuff he needs to work on. That's what's crazy. He still either he got stuff he needs to be more disciplined, or he needs to move up. Like honestly, he's never fought at 140 yet. Everything been a catch weight.
Mm-hmm.
How tall is Ryan? Ryan like what? 5'11", 6 feet.
I don't know. I thought he was like 5'9". He taller than
Nah,
that?
he taller than 5'9" because he taller
Probably
than
about
Dev.
5'10". Probably about 5'10".
About 5'10", 5'11". That man is a natural welterweight, man. That man is a welterweight, man. Like really, that man a welterweight. He probably shouldn't even.
I think they got tricked into, taking this fight with the 3 pounds on him. I think that was part of the plan. I think Ryan already had the gifts, the speed, like you were saying, 2 Cents. But I think that weight, because I seen Dev trying to hold Ryan upper body, and he was just way stronger than Dev. I mean, he was just a bigger, stronger man. The way he was holding Dev down, like he was a Rudy Poop. He was holding Dev down like he ain't have no strength, bro. I mean, he just looked like that damn Wolverine dude, that dude who played Wolverine and shit. And the way he was holding Dev head down, I mean, he was tiring him out. Dev was he just wasn't strong enough to fight Ryan.
It kind of remind me of how Tyson Fury did Deontay Wilder when he came in there like outweighing Wilder by like 50, 60 pounds.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And see, they outsmarted him, just like Crawford outsmarted Spence. Coming down with that snack shit. You know what I'm saying? It looked like that shit. He must have passed up on the undetectable. He looked like he needed that shit tonight. He said same fight, different round. Says the problem is MF can't let one loss stop you from some of the greats have lost. So Pop say you win some, you lose some. It ain't the end of the world. He says fall down, get back up, and dust yourself off. Dust yourself off. Go at it. Go, what is it? Go back, dust yourself off. Go it. Yeah, that's true. That's true, man. But Dev, it's gonna take him a minute to come back from this one because of the embarrassment.
It's like what you was talking about with the physical gifts. Like I'm from Detroit. One of the greatest fighters from Detroit was Tommy the Hitman Hearns, and he had and everybody put a knock on him that he had a weak chin, like he had a suspect chin. But Tommy Hearns had that height and he had that bomb right hand that could keep that made people be honest, and he kept guys off of him like that.
Yeah, but when he came across, he was a superior boxer to Sugar Ray Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
He could beat him boxing. Not many people could beat Sugar Ray boxing, but because of his chin, Sugar Ray exploited that, and he was able to knock Tommy Hearns out. He shouldn't have been able to do that if Tommy Hearns, kept it smart. The problem with
Tommy, a fight.
Yeah, that's his problem. He loved to fight, and every time they draw him into a fight, even though he could knock the other person out, they got to his chin first. Ivan Barkley, Tommy Hearns was fucking Ivan Barkley up in the ring. I'm talking about then Ivan Barkley caught that chin and it was a wrap. That shit was like Devin Haney and shit. Like he hit that chin, that nigga was fucked up. I was like, he was giving Hagler problems until Hagler hit that chin.
Yeah.
I don't know.
At least Hearns had he had the devastating right hand that could at least keep other guys honest to a degree. You get what I'm saying?
Well, once you keep moving up in weight though, and you haven't acclimated yourself, I think you didn't acclimate yourself enough when he fought Hagler. I think you would have knocked Hagler out or hurt Hagler if he would have acclimated himself to that weight. He went straight to him. See, Hearns wanted to be the best, and he showed that he wanted to be the best by going straight to motherfuckers. So you don't just go straight to motherfuckers. You got to take your time and prepare. And this was something that Dev learned. You know, when you move up to another weight class, it's different, my nigga. You know, people ain't different. People ain't the same at every weight class.
Right.
You know,
I got two questions for y'all. One, it's off topic, but did y'all hear Bill say Devin jaw wasn't broken?
Yeah, I saw Bill. I saw Bill. I saw Devin himself actually tweet that his jaw wasn't broken and that he was okay. But but people, YouTube channels and stuff were dropping reports saying that
It
Devin's
looked
jaw
broke.
was
It
broken
looked broke to
previous.
me. His face looked disfigured a little bit.
It did on that left side over there. Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah. And what y'all think about that Honor Barbosa fight?
oh man, that was terrible. My man didn't win
Barbosa.
one round.
Yeah.
Man, he did.
Yeah.
Barbosa Jr. did not win one round, bro. He got totally outclassed, outpointed, beat down, everything. He got, man, that dude got robbed. That the dude that fought Arnold Barbosa Jr. I can't
He got
do without the consonants in his name. It was like
Macomb?
Macomb.
oh
Macomb
no,
Jr.
Macomb. I thought it was I think it was another name, but Macomb tore his ass up, bro.
Yeah, it was
Macomb,
Macomb.
Macomb looked kind of amateurish in there, but because when I first started watching the fight, I was like, oh, Barbosa gonna stop him. So I wasn't really paying attention, and then I come back and I see him piecing Barbosa up, and Barbosa struggling with his length and his jab. I was like, Barbosa's supposed to be like that. This who Devin Haney been trying to fight.
But Barbosa seemed like he was kind of off, man. He was super slow. He was slow to the point where it was so detrimental. This dude's speed was just he couldn't keep up. You know, he looked like he was in a different level. He looked like a B level fighter versus a A+ fighter. And even though he was using basic amateur outside boxing skills, man, that dude was doing everything he wanted to do to Barbosa. And I can't believe that they gave that fight to him, because everybody saw he lost that by he lost every round, bro. Let's just keep it real. He lost every round and walked out of there with a victory.
Golden Boy will rob your ass for sure.
That's boxing, man.
We seen Rashid Ellis. We saw Oscar Valdez and Fox. We saw Kosinkow and Gabriel Mastery. We saw some really bad robberies, man. Go on.
Boxing,
so for sure. Now we have seen Devin Haney get Falumalooms.
Falumalooms, you tickle me so much when you say that.
Oh my God, bro.
Cool, that's what made me came on your channel. I was listening to you one day and you was talking about Falumalooms. I was like, who is this guy? Let me listen to him.
I got a question for y'all too, though. Like, so what do y'all think Shakur Stevenson factors into all of this?
He don't.
I mean, I think Shakur and Devin will still be a good fight. Neither one of them ain't gonna do nothing.
Two says you savage. She said they neither one of them gonna do nothing.
I mean, imagine.
I mean that in the nicest way possible. I'm saying, like, it'll be a good fight. Neither one of them got no power like that. It'll be a very technical boxing match. Let me rephrase that.
Well, that's what I was talking about. And I don't think Shakur and Tank could be a good fight.
I don't either.
That wouldn't be a good
style matchup.
I mean, look what he did with Edward DeSantos. He's gonna be even worse with Tank. That motherfucker gonna be jumping out into the front row, bouncing right back into the middle of the ring, trying to fight Tank. You know what I'm saying? He is not gonna let Tank touch him.
You think Devin would try his luck with Pitbull Cruz?
Hell no. He could box Pitbull Cruz though.
Yeah, but with his confidence shattered, it's gonna be a long road back. Once you get beat down like this here. Damn, Devin escaped getting knocked out cold, y'all. This thing was bad. He was so unprepared. And Bill need to really do some self-evaluation and do what's good for Devin and get him the best trainers that's out there, because obviously, they thought his skill was on a whole nother level. His defense ain't there. Um, fighting taller, they need to have him fight taller fighters. I'm thinking they got all that covered in sparring, but obviously they don't. There's something about live combat that you really need to advance your career. It's something about getting in the ring and fighting on the spot and critically thinking that really helps you. That sparring don't help you with, and that's just something I don't understand. It is something about it. You know what I'm saying? You got to fight that dude in the ring. You can't get his time in his sparring. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You got to fight that guy. Go ahead.
No, I was just like you kind of took the words right out of my mouth. It's like you can't replicate Ryan's speed in sparring. Like what guy are you going? What sparring partner are you going to find that's going to replicate their hand speed in that size?
Nobody. It's kind of like when I see Roy Jones like try to train fighters, and they all try to fight like Roy Jones. You can't fight like Roy Jones, bro. Only Roy Jones can fight like Roy Jones. The closest person I've seen come to copying somebody's style and was able to like really make it work for him, and that was on Andre Ward. He copied Bernard Hopkins, in my opinion. Style, and that worked for him, but that's because he's a superior athlete who's already kind of was moving in that direction. The way Bernard kind of fights, they fight in the same kind of vein, so it kind of worked out for him, and he has a high boxing IQ like Bernard Hopkins. So I think Ward's a little bit more polished than Bernard Hopkins, but it worked for him. He's the only person I've seen that could do something like that. You're not going to find somebody who's going to be able to do what Roy Jones Jr. did in the ring, or Floyd Mayweather, except for maybe, his son. Maybe his grandson going to come up doing all that shit. The Mayweathers, when they come back, the motherfuckers come back better clones than the last. You had Black Mom, you had his father, and Sugar Ray Leonard beat his shoulder to death, and then you had the Black Mama, who was an offensive, nightmare for a lot of fighters, and Sweet Pea took care of him. Then of course you had the final copy with Floyd. So now you got the grandson coming up. God damn it, that motherfucker probably gonna beat everybody ass. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting. I probably won't be here to see it because he's a little baby right now. But
that's the name of a guy who you just said that Devin Haney might need to take a good look at his fighting style and how he was able to navigate, through the ranks and win big fights against big punchers. Andre Ward.
Mm-hmm.
He was able to win fights against big punchers, and
he had a chin though.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
This is
do got a chin.
It's a real 32-7 say. He said, "Bro, I still can't believe that happened. How he went while drinking, partying. While he's lying about that shit. While Devin was 100% focused. Is Ryan a killer at 140 or Devin exposed? Which one is shit? Ryan both. It's both. Ryan the killer and Devin exposed. That's what that is.
Exposed by a killer.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Retro game says pull up. He said pull up. I said I was right about Floyd helping on Ryan because he won with his help. That's why Tank was at the fight. These guys are snakes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they
Why is he a snake? Why is he a snake? Why is he a snake if he helped Ryan?
Because they're getting together and strategizing. You know Mayweather trained that boy. You know what I'm saying?
What's wrong with that?
You don't think for one camp to get with another camp to strategize to beat somebody, you know what I'm saying? So especially
is that frowned upon in boxing? That makes sense to me.
I think so. I think
don't get me wrong. I do agree Floyd is a snake, but I'm just saying in this situation.
No, I'm talking about like if you got a fighter with information, you know what I'm saying, you got inside information, you know what I'm saying, I don't think you should be sharing it with another camp that's, you know, you might be fighting, you know what I'm saying? You like he could be fighting Ryan or whatever, you know. So why would you give that information
Oh, I
out?
see what you're saying. I see what
Right.
you're saying.
Right, right.
You see what I'm saying? So I think that's just kind of dirty, you know, especially when you close to the guy too. You know, Devin was close to Floyd Mayweather and everything, you know. So, you
Well,
know,
I
just
hear
kind
they
of.
do that, be putting moles in people's camp and everything.
You know,
Yeah,
Floyd knew everything you do. He probably know what you do, 2 Cent. Like I see the oatmeal. You put cinnamon in that damn oatmeal. You know what you doing. You know, so you Floyd know every damn thing. You know, I know
that's
what you. I know
that's the
what you
art
eat.
of war right there.
I know when you run. I like, yeah, you be paying people and shit to tell what's going on.
man,
He said,
I was like,
mhm.
no, go ahead. I was just gonna say, man, you need to get King Judah on the phone, man. I'm like, where my brother at, man?
You was up here last night. He was cool. He was cool.
That same fight, different rounds. He says Ryan looked good at that weight. He said I think he should be fighting at 147. So he's better stay away from Boots. Well, you know, like I said, if you keep fighting top competition, you know everybody gets it, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets it. Cookie with
But it's
Frank said,
like that'll be another fight. Nobody gonna expect Ryan to win. Like, you know what I'm saying? That would be a pointless fight to me because it what is Ryan Garcia gonna do with Boots? What he does with any other fighter is not gonna work. And I think Boots is way bigger than Ryan Garcia.
but
Yeah.
see,
Boots needs to go up to 54. I don't even think Boots should accept the fight with Ryan Garcia. That wouldn't
but
even
see,
make sense.
this is the thing, 2 Cent.
Get you a little
Everybody
money.
know that. Everybody knew that logically, but then Ryan go out there and beat Boots down, and they're like, "Yo, I told you, Ryan. I told you, Ryan.
Right.
Destroy him.
I,
I told you." Everybody said Ryan couldn't beat no Boots. It's like everybody want to be right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but anything can happen in boxing. You know, I mean, but I think he knows his limitations. You know, I think they lucked out. He lucked out with Devin. He just lucked out with Devin.
I, th-
Go
No,
ahead.
that wouldn't look. That
I
wouldn't
think
look.
Boots. I
No,
think Boots would.
I'm talking about the situation of getting somebody who don't have the power
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
being
yeah, yeah, yeah.
put in that position, you know what I'm saying? That's where he lucked out at, you know what I'm saying? Because that was anybody else, you know what I'm saying? Because he tried Tank. He tried to do that shit to Tank, you know what I'm saying? And it didn't work out for him.
I
You
think
know,
Boots would take that. I think Boots would and should take that fight with Ryan if they offer it. I think he should for the platform and for the, you know what I'm saying, for the exposure. Boots needs that, in my opinion. He needs a big fight like that.
I mean, I just want to see Boots whip his ass for fucking Devin up like that. I mean, that's what I want to see. You know, but Boots ain't thinking about no damn 147. He's probably he got everybody up there at 154. That he needs to dive into that pool. Because that's where all the action is, you know, for him, for the big fights and all the legends and get, you know, all the torches passed to him from Danny Garcia to Keith Thurman to Errol Spence Jr. to Terrence Crawford. Everybody's up there. Jamel Charlo's up there. I mean, there's nothing for him at 147, really. Cooking with Frank says Ryan threw 3 left hooks that missed, and Devin didn't count and said he did the same versus Tank and got sat down. So you
Yep.
saying you trying to say that Tank is a better counterpuncher than Dev. Says Cash Crypto says Frank levels Tank on the top shelf. Said Frank levels Tank on the shelf. I don't understand that, Cash Crypto. He
He
says
might have been responding to somebody in the chat.
he said they said Tank is better boxer all time. Devin didn't even try to counter that left. No, he was fucked up. Once you get hit, you know what I'm saying? You're scared. I mean, you look at the speed that boy was hitting Dev with. Yeah, it makes you keep your hands at home. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I mean, he was hitting them with some staggering stuff, and he couldn't see it. He couldn't prepare for it. He tried, and
And
it was too much. It was too much
it wasn't
speed.
and it wasn't just hook. It was the
I'm sorry, you cutting out, my brother. Could not. He said, I think Ryan wanted Bill to throw in the towel. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. He wanted to get that knockout. He wanted to get that TKO. You know what I'm saying? But Ryan is so erratic in the ring. It's like it took somebody like Derrick James to be able to put a game plan together for him, because you saw how erratic he was during that fight. It is something wrong with Ryan. I don't know what it is. But I do think it is something wrong with him. I think he got ADD or something. What you think, Tusi? You think something wrong with Ryan? I think it is.
I think he got like anxiety issues or something. I think he a spoiled ass brat, and I think he don't listen to nobody. He hard headed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just spoken like a true mother. You know what I'm saying? She's spoken like a true mother. You see it, acting like a petulant child. You know what I'm saying? And he just, wow, man. It's like how old is Ryan? He like, what, 24, 25? How old is Ryan? 2 Cent. How old
I think
is
he's 25.
Yeah, 29. I don't know. He read about it. He's read about where he should be a little bit, you know.
He's too immature for me. Like, dude, you gotta grow up.
You know, we living in this day and age, you know. I mean, he's just erratic. He be everywhere, all over the place. He said, didn't he just marry some Instagram model?
No, I was on live. I heard his mama say, "No, you ain't." His mama say, "You was not marrying that girl." But I think that might have been for show too.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. I mean, they put a lot into this, you know, into this facade. They put a lot into it, but it worked. So that's all that really matters. You know, they got into Devin head, and I just couldn't believe it. But you know, I think we just thought more of Dev, because Dev is a young man too, and you know, so he don't have this wisdom. I guess because he's with the Nation of Islam, and it's just he's doing some mature things. Don't mean that he's there yet, mentally advanced as we want him to be. And I think just because he's doing some really mature things, he's still got to grow into that wisdom, you know what I'm saying? So he's not for, you know, to look through things that like this, like Ryan just put him through. You know, most people could like kind of look at Ryan and say, okay, he's over the top, he's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But Dev, it just really, really got to him, man. And he went out here and tried to fight that man fight. And you know, it didn't work out for him. I sure hated for him, man. Dante Boxing Talk said, I think Ryan was trying to, I read that. He says, again, in loss in the strip. He says, that would make sense. He says, Era is going, so Mayweather would be around Garcia. Dante Boxing Talk says, Devin Fain said he would beat Booz. I don't think that's happening. He says, so what weight is Garcia fighting at going forward? So what weight you think he'll be fighting at 2 cents? 2 cents. You there?
Oh, I'm here. Hold on. Give me a second, Paul.
Okay. I think he couldn't make the 140, so he definitely would have to fight at 147, unless he can con like a Matisse or a Pitbull Cruz to fight at a catch weight. He could fight at a catch weight. I don't think unless he find a lower tier guy, somebody like a Cody Crawley at 147, somebody, you know, saying somebody kind of mid tier, to fight at a Jamal James at 147, somebody he could deal with. You know, so I think he could beat the shit out of Jamal James. You know, saying somebody like that, you know, just kind of acclimate yourself to 147 and the way they punch, the punching power that they have at 147. Getting in lost in the script says, like Jerron Anderson, EJ, where was Haney combinations at? They wasn't there, man. He was hurt. I think he couldn't let his hands go because what Ryan had put on him. Ryan had put them bees on him, bro. So when you get them bees put on you and you get hurt, oh my God, bro, it's hard to punch. I mean, look like Devin didn't. I mean, he didn't have no movement. I mean, Ryan had done discombobulated him really, and it was just man, it was a terrible sight, y'all. He says Ryan punching power was different at 135 versus 143, so Tank was able to absorb and evade a bit when they fought. Was able to absorb. Yeah, Tank is a sturdy. That's why you think they call him Tank. The nickname is Tank. You know what I'm saying? He can absorb that. He's strong. He got a stronger disposition than Devin, and plus, say he hits hard, so he's got that quitter. You know what I'm saying? He could get Ryan off him. Ryan didn't, I mean, he stopped running up on Tank. Said Tank started getting in his ass, and it's like Devin don't have that ability to hurt Ryan and make him think twice. You know what I'm saying? Cash Crypto says Devin never recovered. I don't think so either. His legs wouldn't allow any power. That's true. That's true. And I was looking at that. I was like, why is he? I said, why is he can't? And even when he did go for it, he didn't have no power. He says every fighter that dis Floyd loses in their next fight or two. Charlo, Aaron, Devin, and Wilder. I mean, but Mayweather is sort of a snake, bro. He is. Let me stop before I take my L and shit. You know what I'm saying? No, you great, Mayweather. Floyd is the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? It said Ryan didn't respect Dev's power either. Yeah, at all. At all. I was worried about that, and I talked about that a while back. I said, what if he just disregard Dev and just try to walk through him? That's what I said. That's what I said. He says, Cook with Frank said, he's talking to Cash Crypto. Doc Kent say, he says, Dev not coming with the Wilder excuse. He says, Ryan has an egg. There was actually, what weight do you think Ryan will fight at from like now on?
I think he probably he either gonna go to 47 or he gonna keep fighting at 143 because he hasn't fought less than 143.
I think 147. I think he could beat like a Jamal James or somebody like that. I think that'd be a good 147 pounder he can go out there and beat.
I think he can beat some people at 147.
You think he can beat Marius Barrios?
It'll be a good fight.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to see it. I think Marius Barrios, that motherfucker getting good, man. But we'll see because he'll be fighting.
He don't gotta beat nobody. He just gotta keep fighting, and that's a great position to be in boxing. Like, I don't even have to win. I just gotta be competitive, and people gonna want to watch me.
Right. Well, I would love to see that fight. Mario Barrios. I think that'd be a hellacious fight. Marius Barrios fighting Fabian Madonna, Marcus Madonna brother. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be an interesting ass fight. And shit, y'all chowing back over there, man. What's up, Bowler in the building? He says, Cash Crypto, if you take sidestep money, he said, then step to the back of the line. He said, to step to the back of the line. Ricky Wright, what's going on, bro? He says, may Allah allow he to recover and come back on top, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? I really hate this shit for Dev. I really hate this shit. What's going on, Bruce Gas Boxing and more? What's going on, my brother? He says a few slides were humbled last night. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they got to face the music this morning. Yeah. John Wallace says, "Oh yeah."
Where's the plug, LJ?
He says, "Bill want to be under the lights, faking and shit." It says, "Get Dev a real corner man." Bowley says, "Does anyone in the chat think the amateurs don't matter?" Says, and still think, well, they're trying. Well, they using this shit to prove all their little shitty points. He said, Moses, I've been trying to tell motherfuckers that shit definitely matters. Yeah, your pedigree, man. You know, give you a framework to work in the pros, man. T Mac 147 says, I said it earlier, but where exactly is Ryan fighting next? Said he didn't make the weight. You know what I'm saying? I mean I agree with that, but they didn't have to sign the thing, man. They didn't have to sign the contract. You know, they really didn't. You know, so they did what they had to do, and they made them feel like secure to go ahead and take this fight, and they was gonna whip Ryan ass, and Ryan had another thing. You had another thing coming. You know what I'm saying? Just had another thing coming. You know, and that's that. But y'all, I'm gonna come back another time, man, because I gotta go get some shit done today. But I really appreciate, 2 Cent coming through. Everybody, we'll probably come back on later. I got some shit to do right now. But man, this is fucked up. We'll be covering this a couple of more days, so everybody can grieve and everything and get this shit up out of our system. But yeah, man, I pretty much enjoyed everybody and things.
Yeah,
But
it's time to get some content off of this.
Yeah, but I'm so sleepy from last night, bro. I went to bed 3:00 last night.
Yeah, I was up to almost 5:00 talking to these people.
Yeah, I was like up late, so not only that, I'm like tired as hell. So we'll be back on later though, and we'll
Hey,
chop it up.
I'll be going live at about 2:30. So if y'all want to keep the conversation going, y'all could jump over there at 2 Cents Box, and I'll put my link in the chat.
Okay, I might just jump on yours, just to pump it up or whatever, and chop it up with you. But yeah, well, just catch 2 Cent Boxing. You can put your thing in the link, and I might join her over there. We kick it over there or something. Cause, I'm tired, man. I gotta get some sleep and shit, and get some stuff done. But I'll see you guys later, man. Say peace out, y'all. Yeah, I'll be on later.